said that it's, you know, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, you know, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But, you know, I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that, and hopefully they get down to that information.
Good. Do you know that they are in receipt of it? Did they come back to you at all?
I know they have it. I never got an email back yet.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you're hitting the like button as you come in. Again, we are here covering Sebastian, Wayne, Drake Rogers, who has been missing for 78 days. What is going on? You said I really can't listen to any more theories. And would have, could have, should have. Let's find Sebastian. Unique boutique. Well, I don't know if I can promise you that one. You said my prayers go out to Seth tonight. What's going on, Volt fan? Welcome to the stream. Did you guys watch the same thing I watched? I'm sure you did, right? Hey everyone, hoping you're having a great night. Hope you're having a great night too, Rebecca. How are you doing? So ready to see those pretty blues. Damn. Already? Hey everybody. Hey Trevor. I just heard that supposedly the CPS paperwork is out. I don't know if you heard about this. Yeah, we've been heard about that days ago. A long time ago. We are ready. We're here though. Hold on. Let me scroll down to the bottom of chat. Kevin, his attitude blew me away. We all want his boy back. Whose attitude blew you away? What's going on, A-Daz? Welcome to the stream. Wanda, how you doing tonight? Masters Empire, how are you doing tonight? Well, today, let's talk about it. Seth and Tony did 2 interviews that I know of. They were on Jennifer Coffindaffer's channel, one, and then they did one just now on Pascal's channel, which most of you were probably there and watched it. So I would say on this first interview, with Jennifer the questions were more about, you know, who Sebastian was directly. That's how I felt anyways with the interview. I don't know how you guys felt with it, but he said, yep, we watched it. Broke my heart. Love that Seth called you best friend. I saw it. Yeah. Shout out to Seth. I kept hearing him say only time will tell. And I know that it's probably one of his favorite songs right now. Shannon, what's going on? Yeah, saw you in there, Trev. Yeah, you know, we're watching everything that pertains to Sebastian. You already know that. Seth called you best friend, T-REV. That's the brother. That's the brother. Don't get it twisted. The Rev Gang family, we're there. Seth said his brother. Yeah, I seen that. I heard it. Well, let's listen to a little bit of this, and I'm going to open up the lines because I definitely want to hear from you guys tonight on more of the thoughts. And why can't people get behind? And I understand it because, damn, what was that? I understand it, right? Because I was one of those people that were like, why would you bring in some guy? But in reality, when it comes to this, Seth is just trying to kill off the drama at this point. He's trying to kill off the drama. He doesn't want to come on here and keep being asked questions pertaining to them. And it keeps filling up this drama. He's just trying to keep it all out and keep it about Sebastian. That's what he's trying to do. He said, yep, I was in chat with you, T. That's what's up. Hey, T-REV, saw you in Pascal chat, giving Seth your support. Thank you for that. Always. We're always there. He said, I dozed off during the Pascal interview, so I missed most of it. Dang. He called you his brother. Yeah, I heard it. I was there. I heard it all. Let's play a little bit
welcome.
of
Tony, welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Coffindaffer.
Did a very short intro. I don't know if you're even able to hear that.
By the way, I'm going to need you guys. I said this yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again tonight, or I said it last night. I'm gonna say it again tonight. We're gonna be, I know I'm setting up having Tony and Seth come on. And again, there's questions that you all have. Obviously, I can see them right now sitting. I can see some sitting right here in front of me in the email. What are the new updates? Can you ask Seth if he can? Yes, I'll ask him that. I definitely will ask him that. Who else said that? Okay, I see some of you are sending questions in. So again, if you want your question to be asked, because I'm taking all of your questions. A lot of my questions are answered because I can contact Seth and ask him questions, right? So I want to ask your questions. Send in your questions. I'll make a post on the community tab tonight. And again, keep emailing in questions as I see them. Delana, Leisure, if you guys are in here right now, if you want to, you can collect a lot of good questions out of chat that you see tonight. And you can pass them to me also, because I want to ask the good questions that you guys have, because there's no better questions than what you have to ask. Seriously.
This is my first time to work on StreamYard. But essentially today saying we are going to bring the focus
that's
back in on your son, Seth, because that's exactly where the focus should be. So first of all, I just want to ask you, Seth, I know this has been an excruciating 3 months for you. I can only imagine.
How many socks were in the drawer? You know what? I will watch a little bit of it. We'll cruise through it, but I actually want to hear from you guys. So I'm gonna open the lines up too.
Can you tell me, I know you've made some changes, and can you tell me kind of the new refocus, the rejuvenation of your efforts and what that's entailing?
As for focus for me has always been on Sebastian. Finding new tips, getting new information in, getting to new search areas. Have some issues with particular people. If you're not going to work with me, then you need to go. I've had Tony here, showed up. Great time for me because the weight of everything was pushing on my shoulders, searching. And
I don't think people realize, and this is what I'm trying to get across to people, because we don't have to agree with him getting Tony. And I know that a lot of you guys have this problem where you're like, Seth should talk for himself, or Seth should do this. And I see that, and I understand those too. But at the same time, we have to be understanding that he wants the drama to cut out. He doesn't want drama. He doesn't want to keep getting onto these shows and being baked into questions about CP and KP and keep rehatching this egg over and over again to where you're just constantly getting online and fighting with words every single time. 616, you're in the mix. Talk to me. How you doing tonight?
Hey, T-REV, I'm good. How are you, hon?
I'm hanging in there. Talking to you now.
Good.
So what's on your mind tonight? Did you watch those interviews?
I did, and I absolutely just adore the love that Seth has for you.
Appreciate that.
I mean, you guys are so tight. I mean, it's awesome. The other night you had made mention something about not monetizing your videos, right? Or your lives or something like that.
I don't monetize my lives. No.
But what if you started doing that and just gave donated the money to Seth? Or
the only time I get anything, in which I do donate to Seth, and he knows that. We all have been donating to Seth. The only time I get anything is just from chat, like if somebody sends a super chat or something. But other than that, I don't really monetize lives at all. The last live I monetized was over like a year and a half ago, I think, or a year ago or something like that. I don't monetize these live streams. These live streams are for me to get on here, to conversate with everybody, to talk with everybody, to not only do that, to bring news to you. I mean, we do tons of different things. We do phone calls. Obviously, we read through documents. We go through tons of different things. I mean, there's so much that comes through here. I can't even think of it all right now. But, it's
sickens. I know he's going to try to find another platform to do this through, but it just sickens me that he had to put the kibosh on the GoFundMe page because he was getting so much shit for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That just broke my heart.
I think it was more from I want to say it was more, and I could be wrong, and we will let them answer that when he comes on, which maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Again, I'm talking to him and lining that up for them to both come on here. And I want to ask all of your questions, which everybody in here. And that's one of the questions we can ask too.
I just think that Chris really ruined that for him. I really do. I don't think Seth would let him, take the sails the wind out of his sails. But I just feel like he thought it would just be so much easier just to say, screw it. I have enough on my plate. I don't need to deal with all this other shit too, So I don't know. Man, the way that man teared up tonight, I'm telling you, I was just like right there with him. And it was just like, damn, let's just find this little boy, damn it. No team this, no team that. Just team Sebastian's, for God's sakes,
For sure. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It gets wild.
Yep. But Pascal said it right. He hit the nail right on the head when he said, the darker it gets, the more it's going to come to light. And Lord knows, I mean, it's starting to get real dark, So I really, truly believe that something's coming up soon. I just feel it.
You got a gut feeling?
I do. I do. I just think it really sucks that Ellie already had all those reports and everything, and they've been sitting on them like the thumb up their ass.
Yeah.
And I just think that really sucks because there could have been so much information in there that could have maybe pointed the light onto a certain or in a certain direction. Let's just say that from the get-go, I think if he would have had those reports, he maybe could have pushed a little bit harder, but he didn't know what he had to push for.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, Seth does have a Cash App, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, and we have it in chat, and it'll be circulating through there. I'm sure it's shared every damn stream multiple times.
Awesome.
Awesome. Copper Girl had asked that. Copper Girl, he does have a Cash App. As far as I know, I don't think that it changed. I'll find out, but again, it is the same one that is dropped in this chat. We've been dropping it for a long time, and you may see it, and a model drop it for you, Copper Girl. And thank you, by the way, too. But yeah, this is again with Seth wanting the drama to be died down and just have it be about Sebastian. I mean, I agree. Why keep rehatching fights between, obviously two parents that have two different, opinions or thoughts about each other? It's hard to do that when there's friction there. So I could kind of see why he brought Tony in to calm everything down. And I can also people who say, I want Seth to speak for himself. I can agree with every single person. But at the end of the day, it's Seth. It's his decision on what he wants. And I'm not going to sit here and throw a fit over whoever he brings on.
Right. And, just like he said, nobody can contain him, but he is, what did you say? He can be taught, but nobody can contain him or something like that. It's like, yeah, go, bro. Yep. All right, love. I'll let you go. I just wanted to throw that out there. And keep being you.
Always, every single day, 24/7, no matter what. God bless you. Thank you for calling in and being a voice here tonight for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, day 78. Keep his name and face out there. God bless. Good phone call, too, by the way. 219-885-9693, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? You said right. The drama is ridiculous. Tipsy. The drama has gotten so damn good gracious. I think I wake up and see more about CP and KP than I do. Oh my goodness. I just dropped my. But seriously though, I wake up and see more stuff in my email about CP and KP than anything. What's going on? 724. You're in the door. How you doing tonight?
Hey T-REV, what's going on?
Talking to you.
I watched the show. The only thing I gotta say, man, did anybody watch the Jennifer Coffin-Daffer or whatever earlier with
yes, we did.
Her interview? It disappeared on my TV. I tried searching for it and it disappeared. I don't know if it was just on me or if it did that for anybody else.
It's up.
Oh, it's up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to search it up again because
I got it on the screen.
I didn't get to finish it, and I searched it, and it didn't come back up for me. I'll have to go on and do that. But anyways, the only other main point, I felt so bad in that, the pain in Seth's eyes was just sad. But him not saying about what was said in them DCS reports, really, if you think about it, the only thing that he wouldn't want to talk about is sexual abuse. And I'm sorry, I should have said it like that. I apologize.
No, it's
but really, that's the only thing because if it was something else, why wouldn't he speak it? For him not to want to speak it, there was something going on, and Katie's wrong for that. She had to have known something, and I'm really thinking that's what was going on there. And It's sad. The whole thing is just sad. It's crazy. And I agree with him having Tony there. Tony really, when he came out and said the gloves are off, it like changed my whole opinion of him.
Well,
like,
I mean, you got to think about it. He was just trying to get them on board together to where nobody's fighting and fight. But you see what happened with that. And Tony kind of touched up on the interview with Pascal tonight. Actually, he did touch up on it fully. And he said what it was, and it makes it makes sense all the way around when
it makes so much sense. And really, people who are against Tony, like, that's just wrong. Like, he's out here, he's volunteering his time. You know, he's out here for Seth. Like, people need to support Tony. Like, I support him all the way.
I mean, I don't know him. I've seen him from the Caleb Harris case. I mean, what can I say about him besides I appreciate the fact that Seth is willing to look at things and be like, damn, maybe I am saying too much on these podcasts, these shows that I'm getting on. And let me bring in someone to calm things down a little bit. I could see that point of view too, because you got to understand.
I can too.
Seth is he's just going to speak. And I understand him bringing that in to calm down that drama. I really do.
Man, I totally support Seth though now. Like, honestly, I've seen a whole different side of Seth. And really, like, the pain, like, all of us women are watching this because we're moms, and, like, we just have that, like, if our kids was out there, like, we have that power behind us, like, damn, why ain't they doing this and that? And, like, we're really seeing that about Seth. And he is going to speak his mind, just like it should be Katie out here doing that. That's what a mom's supposed to do. But, you know, it's great to see a dad out there doing that. And I don't know. I just want to say I support it all. And it's awesome that he shouted out to T-REV that you're his brother. Like that, I always say it when I call, but you got the biggest heart out there. Because and that's what's up. That's what shows.
He knows that the Rev Gang's behind him and that we're Team Sebastian. That's what he does know. And he knows what
you're the realest.
I told him straight up. I said, if Katie and Chris reached out to me and wanted something, I'd do the same thing. And it's what it's about.
And you would. That's wholehearted too.
You know, it's about keeping his name and his face out there just as well with every case that we cover here. So it doesn't, I mean, nothing's ever going to change.
Well, I love you. I love watching you. I love your heart. I love your music. I love the heart in your music.
Thank you.
Like, you're just an awesome person. You can see that you just really got a lot, like, you really care when it comes down to it. And I appreciate that. But I'll let other people call. I just wanted to call and say that.
God bless you. Thank you for calling up. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for Sebastian. Make sure you lock them doors. You stay vigilant. We live in a cruel world. And that's a fact, too. We live in a cruel ass world. 219-885-9693. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. It's going to get crazier, too, when y'all see what else we got planned. But I'll just let you see it as it happens. 928, it's never too late. Talk to me. How you doing tonight?
Hey, I finally got you. I've been trying to get through for a while.
Got right on through. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing okay, sort of. Yesterday was a rough day, you know. But anyway, I wanted to just say that, you know, I'm with all y'all, how you're saying, you know, the drama needs to drop down because, you know, this kid is out there. And that's where the focus needs to be, not, you know, going back and forth between parents and causing a stir on the channels and that kind of thing, you know. So I'm behind you 100% on that. I'm behind Seth 100% on that. Mm-hmm. And you know, I also wanted to let you know, because as you know, I'm a grieving parent too. So like, if you wanted to pass my email to him just to have someone to understand how he feels, you go ahead and do that. This is Mama T, so Mama Tracy. So anyway, because I can be there for him. And yeah, yesterday was rough.
Doing okay. How you doing today? You all
right? It's a difficult day. It's just difficult. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry.
It's okay. It happens. You're going to cry.
But I feel blessed, you know, because like I meant it when I said I adopted you like my son. It's good to hear your voice and just talk to you. But, you you know, because I'm so proud of what you're doing and the man that you are. So you just keep chugging along. But if you feel led in your heart, go ahead and pass my email to him. And if he contacts me, then I can be an emotional support for him, you know. And so that's all I really wanted to say. I agree, you know, 100% that, you know, that drama needs to drop down because they're wasting precious energy, you know, fighting back and forth instead of finding that child. So
yeah.
So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's just my little tiny contribution for today.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. If that's what he said, SW. He said he closed down to the Cash App. I didn't hear that, but no, I hear you, Mama Tracy. I will pass your email along I will talk to him. I'm sure maybe he's listening. I don't know, but I definitely will keep that in mind and will let him know that.
Yeah, because all he needs, you know, because he's grieving, even though, you know, no news has come. I know he's grieving, and he just needs someone to just hear him in that grief and to understand and validate what he feels. And so, you know, I know that because I've been going through therapy my own self and all that. And it breaks my heart because I know how bad he's hurting right now. So anyway, honey, that's all I wanted to say, sweetie. Okay.
It's okay, Tracy, Mama Tracy. I'm sorry that you're in so much pain right now. Is there anything? I'm gonna add you to my prayer list, and thank you so much for, you know, calling up and offering your emotional support to Seth. I appreciate that. And I'm sure he does too, as there's a lot of you out there that are such sweethearts, and it's so much appreciated. Thank you, Mama Tracy.
Okay, love you. Have a good night.
You lock them doors and you stay safe, and email me. Mama Tracy, hold up. I'm coming to Tennessee this weekend. Do you know how I can get some flyers so I can put them everywhere on my road trip to multiple states? I'm pretty sure Staples does them for free. Gopher, you can go to Staples. I believe it isn't it Staples where you can go get them for free, get them printed out. There you go. Stop by at Staples and get those. And flyers. And as far as flyers, you can get that from. I have a file here too. There's a file on Twitter. There's a file on the TBI website that you can go on their website and get those flyers, and you can get them printed out straight from there, and they'll do it for free too. Like I said, Gopher. So if you're going out there this weekend and you want to do that, it's very easy.
Home and doing podcasts and trying to keep my son's name out there.
It's learn as
so
well.
I really appreciate Tony stepping on board when I asked him to. It's just more information, more ground to cover and search. Same thing.
So Seth, you're continuing the ground.
I've been sent from heaven. How are you doing tonight? What's going on?
I'm good. How you doing, Trev?
Talking to you now. What's going on, Donna? Talk to me.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I hear in that Pascal show that the reward fund was empty? Did you hear that?
Yes, it is empty. They closed it down.
Well, I know they closed.
No, you're talking about. I'm sorry. You're talking about the reward. They're working on getting that straightened out. Now,
okay, because I know the GoFundMe was closed, but they were talking about the reward fund. The reward fund was empty, and that they were having a lawyer check into it or something. Yeah. And I was like, "Why is it empty?" And then he said he doesn't even know who started that. And I'm thinking, what?
Well, I'm glad it's being taken.
Well, maybe that explains why it's such a low amount.
Well, we'll get it way past 3,500 once it's out. I know that we will. We'll get it way past that. And again, I know a lot of people are like, well, what's the reward going to do? Reward makes people talk. If people know information, it makes people talk. So, I mean, that's why the reward's important, in my opinion. I think it's important to get that reward out. And if there's information that anybody is harnessing within their soul, it may come out when they see those dollar signs raised. It just is what it is.
I think if that was fraudulent, they should catch whoever did that because that's wrong.
Well, I don't know what's going on there with fraudulent.
Well, no, I know.
But if I'll hear it from Seth. We'll ask him that.
But when he said it, he didn't know he even started it. I thought, oh shit, that doesn't sound good. But I'm really proud of Seth because I know everybody wants to know what's on that paper, on those documents. But he's correct. I mean, Sebastian's 15 years old. I mean, this could have been, 5 years worth of stuff. We don't know. And, it's bad enough that the essay is already out there, and you saw how everybody ran with that, from when he was in California. Nobody needs to know that. All we really need to know is that the child is missing. Sebastian is missing. All that other information is just technicalities, regardless of what it holds. That's for his father to know. That's for his family to know. I just don't see how we're going to benefit from anything having to do with that document. I don't think it's going to lead us anywhere. I don't think it's going to take us any further down the road in this investigation. I just think that it's just, all it's going to do is feed the rumor mills and the sharks, So I think it's good that they don't even bring that out. The focus should just be continuing to search for Sebastian.
Right.
Because that's his personal stuff. What happened? That's something to deal with later on, The focus should be right.
Loud. Is it good now? I mean, do I sound low now? Let's see. I turned her down and me up. How about that?
I was loud?
No. They said you were loud, or maybe that was a caller before. I think it's you.
Well,
you're fine. Keep going, Donna. No.
But anyway, I just, I think Tony is a good asset for Seth, because he does, people may not understand his place and what he's doing, but I see it. I see it from the first interviews and stuff that we saw with Seth, versus how Seth has toned it down a little bit and is running less on emotion and more on thinking about what he's saying, And I think that's great.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Jennifer interview. I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Right.
I was checking out my eyelids earlier, so I missed it. But anyway, I love everybody. And Seth, if you're listening, we've got your back. And let's bring Sebastian home. And keep on doing what you're doing, Trev.
Well, again, we're going to have Tony and Seth on. So when they come on, again, I want to ask you guys' questions. So whatever questions you may have that are maybe questions that you need answered or have no idea about, send them in.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think I saw a tab. Isn't there a tab already in Discord for Tony?
There is a tab in there. There is, for sure. And I just want, I'm getting together that list so we can, fire those questions, because I want to ask your questions.
I got you. All right. Well, you have a good night. And
you too.
I love you, and I love the Rev Gang family.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate you. As always, like I said last night, you've been here since Idaho 4, and you haven't left. Thank you so much, Donna. We always appreciate you. Love you, my friend. Lock them doors. Stay vigilant, and I'll talk to you again soon. Shout out to Donna, 219-885-9693. And Seth and Katie's past relationship swear that message. Drama-filled folks. Let's find Sebastian. Damn, KP. Damn. I see 910-618. It's never too late. You were live. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Talking to you now. I hope you had a great
Mother's Day. Haggerty Hobo. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking God really wanted me to get in to talk to you because I seen a lot that just kind of blew my mind, and I don't I'm on that mysterious disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, and I see so much drama, so much hate, so much. Oh my gosh! It's just it's oh my gosh! It's just so filled of hate and drama, and I don't comment on any of that crap. I just kind of scroll through there, but I had a lot open my eyes. because I'm a person who's always thinking about Sebastian, thinking like, I don't concentrate on Katie, Chris. I pray for Seth, and we got Seth's back. But I don't think about all that. I just keep thinking, okay, where could it be? What can we think about? What, and something that was bothering me for a long time was that Katie wasn't looking for her son. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a really good reason that she has, because she, like, whenever that Chris guy was talking about, that whenever he threatened Seth, and he said, well, if the Bobby Simmons guy tells him what we've been told, I hope he doesn't open his mouth about it. Mm-hmm. When he said that, well, what was he talking about? What do they know? That, because I've always been wondering, well, why is she searching? That's what throws everybody off and makes, because all mothers would just get out there and search no matter what, and get on TV and beg for their child back, and so that always threw me off. So it didn't keep me from thinking about, okay, what can we concentrate on? What can we think about where he could be at? Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking maybe they do know something.
Possibly.
And that's why she's not looking, because maybe, okay, so his scent hit on the pond.
Right.
And then it hit
on, but they said it was false, though, right? That it came back, it was like it was a false hit. Or maybe Chris said
I don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't know about all that, but but apparently the facts are that his scent, even when you listen to the little police scanner there, and the police are saying, and they've seen the footprints. Okay, so if he did hit on the pond, and then he went over and hit on the construction site. Okay, so whenever somebody's seen his lights flashing the neighbor, and he's flashing them on and off, think about this. Where do kids spend most of their times nowadays? Nowadays, kids are on games. I'm still stuck on this.
Tablets, YouTube.
Yes.
You got more. There's
so
a lot.
Where are the pedophiles? They just can't grab kids off the street nowadays, because everybody has cameras. Everybody where are the pedophiles at? They're on those freaking games. Because my granddaughter, she had this game going on, this chat thing on her phone, and luckily my son caught it. It's called Amigo. It's like some kind of chat thing.
Yes, it's some kind of chat thing. You can chat with random people from across the world. I've seen it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
And they found out that there was a lot of pedophile people on there.
Yeah, I was on there. I went on there before, right? I went over to my cousin's house. He's like, man, you got to check this out. Come sit down. I went and sat down, and he turned on it. I didn't know it at the time, but it was Amigo. And literally this one, then it just, like, the person, I guess, closed it down. So it went to the next one. It was a person standing there naked. Literally, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? I looked at my cousin like, why the hell are you on this weird shit?
Right. And a lot of kids are. And kids talk at school. Are you kidding? Kids talk to each other. They show each other, because we're like, my granddaughter's like, I'm like, Ariana, how'd you find out about this app? Oh, all the kids at my school are on it. Mm-hmm. So we all talked to it, and then we had to delete that, and we had to call the police and turn in whoever this guy was trying to chat to her. It freaked us out. Mm-hmm. But just think about it. Also, kids have shown me, like, if you don't have internet in the house, they showed me, you can get on the internet through your neighbor. Like, some neighbors, they have a guest. Even I have it for some odd reason. I don't know how that's set up on my internet, but it shows that a guest can come on through my internet. Mm-hmm. Kids can figure out how to get on the internet if they don't have internet.
Yeah. And
he's a chess player. You have to be smart to be a chess player.
Right.
It's not an easy game to play. It's fun, but it's hard.
Yeah, chess is hard.
Just saying.
I had to learn it. It took me a long time to learn that shit.
But just think, if TBI knows something about, maybe they did pick up a car over there at the construction site, because maybe he ran through the back, snuck out. Somehow he snuck out and got out, because you know, and he made it over to the construction site. He flashed his light to let the person know, hey, I'm outside, because these pedophile freaking loser people, they know how to groom children. They know how to fake like they're, maybe he thought he was meeting up with somebody young, somebody like his own age. And he had no idea that it was some person that was ready to get him. And now he's somewhere stuck. The only thing I wish Katie would do, if that is true, get out there and beg for your son back so that he has hope that you're still looking, but at least Seth's doing it. If he sees Seth, you know, if he has any access to TV by accident, or, you know, he'll see that, oh, my dad wants me home, and it'll give him hope and he'll try to escape. I mean, it could be a possibility. I don't know. I just want him to be alive, you know? I don't go down the road of, oh, he's not alive. And everyone, all these people saying, he's not alive, he's not alive. I feel he's not alive. Well, I refuse to believe that. I want him, you know, I believe what Seth, he has hope.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He does have hope, and that's what it's about. I mean, and again, there is things that we don't know about. Like Seth said on that interview with Pascal, he said there's things that we don't know about, and I get, or stuff that but it's stuff that he is looking up and things that he's holding close. So that's, you know, it is what it is. I'll talk to him about it. But I know people are hitting me up.
Yeah,
like,
and plus,
Seth knows things he's not telling us. People are already emailing me that, like, what is going on?
Yeah, but that's bullcrap, because he said that his child is under the age, and it's nobody's business about what he found out about his child, because his child's under the age. You don't have a right to what happened to him, because that's Sebastian's right.
Yeah.
And he said that. And that is his right to not share it, because it's not anybody's business, because Sebastian has rights about information that's put out on him. Like he comes back and then he has to deal with all these people that know stuff about him. No, that's not right. Yeah. And he's right about not. And he's not sharing this, starting the sheet storm. I refuse to cuss, but somebody said on your thing, oh, Seth started a whatever storm. No, he didn't. The guy asked him straight out.
Well, what? I mean, as far as I know, Seth's the one keeping this boy's name alive.
Exactly.
I mean, let's just get straight to the bullshit. If we want to take gloves off, let's go ahead and let those gloves off. Seth is the one keeping the public attention on Sebastian right now. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. And a lot of us YouTubers who are pushing it, we don't have to see eye to eye, but we're keeping this story alive. So if they want this story to die down and they want to keep attacking people, you will run off a mass majority of those people. And that's fine. I'm going to be here. But you will run off your support talking shit. People won't support that. They'll go to something else. And that's just the fact to it. So people better wake the fuck up, excuse my language, and start realizing that there's public out here that wants to fucking help you, and put the bullshit aside.
Yeah.
Put it aside. Yeah. Let that shit
drop.
People don't.
But I'm awfully curious. Yes. I'm sorry.
I don't get it. People don't get it. Like, really, they don't. But when it comes to KP and C,
there's too much hate
that want to help, no matter what bullshit went on behind the scenes. They're still here and they're willing to help. And you're probably ran off a lot of them already. I know others that are covering other cases right now. In fact, that used to support this, and I'm looking at them like, damn, I can understand why, but I'm not giving up so easily. So it's whatever. But at the same time, again, with that's what's going on, really. That's what's going on. And it's this division that's out here. It's not about that. It's Team Sebastian. Thank you so much for calling in. I do appreciate you calling in and having a voice tonight. Lock your doors, stay vigilant, and thank you so much. But it's true. That's what it is. It's what it is, straight up. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just gonna say what it is, because that's exactly what the hell it is. 615, you're live. Tennessee in the building. How you doing tonight?
Hi, T-REV. It's Rose. Yes.
This is my friend Rose that I'm used to hearing from now. I'm gonna get so damn used to hearing from you. You better call in like Donna. No, I'm just playing. How you doing tonight, Rose?
I'm doing much better about this.
You feel better about it?
Seth. Yes, since I heard Seth today, I feel better about it. He showed a lot of respect and care about the mother of his child, Katie, and I think that was very honorable of him. That's the only thing I feel better about.
Yeah, that's a good point that you're making there, Rose.
Yep.
Trying to kill the drama.
Yeah, because that's the only way to do it.
Be the bigger person.
And
sometimes you just gotta be Rose. Sometimes you just gotta be the bigger person.
That's right.
Sometimes people don't know how to do that.
Today.
You know,
and you could tell that he still has a lot of feelings for Katie as the mother of his child, of his son.
Agreed.
And I really, I mean, Sebastian's army is out there. We're still out there, and we're going to keep going. Just because he encouraged us today to keep on going, we're going.
Sebastian, as far as him, we want to know where he went. It comes down to the police saying he was in that driveway. All we ever wanted as the public is to know the story of what happened that night, whether it be if he got in an argument with his mama, whatever. We don't know that. I'm just talking in general. It just feels like at this point, police, are they hiding information here because they say she went to wake him up at 6, he wasn't there, then they're looking around the neighborhood, but yet they seen him on this camera in the driveway or rain cam, yet to never be seen again anywhere else. No cameras in the neighborhood caught him that we know of. Nothing. Just vanishes. I don't know. I feel like the story is really not even out there where in which direction he possibly could have went. I don't even think they know which direction he possibly went in.
I think the story will be out there soon. I really got a feeling. You know, I live here in the community, and I got a feeling that we're going to be getting some answers pretty soon here. I tell you.
I know you live close to where he was. I don't know what town. Was it Gallatin? Right. Is it something like that?
No, it's Goodlettsville. It's 2 exits down from Hendersonville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the word still out there? How is the community?
Oh, yeah.
How's the community reacting to Sebastian out where you're at? The people you know.
There's still new flyers going up everywhere. I mean, there's still, people are angry. They're angry about this. They're afraid for their children to even go out and take the trash now. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. It's affecting this whole community. And because certain people have been so mean and cruel, that even upsets them more and makes them keep things a little closer. And I realized that Seth has to keep things close to his chest too, but we've got a feeling we know what went on in that household. We can tell from the way certain people from that household talk. So it's all, you know, I'm not putting any hate out there. I love Seth, and I feel, I don't know how he's going through what he's going through. It's only by the grace of God. And I just feel like that today he made a lot of hearts interested again. Yeah, and not afraid to go out there and look again. He gained a lot of souls today. He really did.
On that, I gotta agree with you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I think Tony's doing a good job now. I didn't at first because I didn't know why he stepped in, but now that
and I want to add a little bit of clarity to that. Again, Seth could tell that better than me, but I'm just saying as a friend and knowing a little bit of what's going on here, you know, of course I talked to Seth, knowing he just brought in Tony because he wants it to be about Sebastian. He doesn't want to keep getting things mixed up, and you know, again, he wants to keep it about Sebastian and not keep getting dragged, you know, to the right or left with some CP rehashing the drama over and over again. And it kind of happened damn near a lot of the streams he went on, you know, and there was clips of him going around like, I don't give a fuck, you know, and things like that just out there that caused a lot of drama. And he took notice to that and wanted to put into it. And I commend him for that. It is, again, it's his choice.
And you know, when you live in a community as small as ours is, it seems like a large community because you see all the people out all the time, but it's not that large of a community. And when you live in communities as small as mine and as small as theirs, the people are going to react. They're going to react, and they're going to react to whatever they hear.
Yeah.
And whatever they feel, because they're in the thick of this thing. They're here where they know a child has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't. He's not missing. He's disappeared off the face of the earth. I mean, it just don't happen. It just don't happen, T-REV.
It doesn't.
A child don't disappear. I mean,
something malicious happened to that boy, allegedly.
Something malicious.
Something malicious.
And it's been happening it's been happening for a while.
And
I'm glad Seth got right on top of that.
There's no friggin' sign of this boy anywhere. No, none.
None.
Whatsoever, none. Not even the only thing, again, and it's law enforcement saying they seen him on this ring cam, and that for me adds a lot of thought. Do they have a ring cam that Seth didn't see or that we don't know about? That
I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
Sure
Again, it's just them saying that he was there. Where's that proof that he was even there that night and got allegedly?
I know that neighborhood that they live in.
Mm-hmm.
I know it.
Thank you, Strawberry Mama. Yeah.
Everybody in that neighborhood, they don't only have ring cams. They have cameras on their houses.
Right.
Because that's an affluent neighborhood. And believe me, there's more break-ins here.
That's interesting.
In these affluent communities than there is or there has been, than there is in the smaller communities. So they're going to protect their house.
Exactly.
They're going to protect their house. And those cameras are on 24/7 because, we live in next to a large city like Nashville. We just live a few miles from downtown Nashville. Mm-hmm. And we know that people pour into every day. There's at least 80 or more people moving into Nashville. And we started out as a very small town. And this is like a boom town all of a sudden. And it's like you can't find apartments anywhere. You can't find houses anywhere because there's so many people moving here. And people are extra vigilant because they know this boy is missing. And they know that this town has just grown in capacity in just a short length of time. So they know this boy has disappeared, and they're extra vigilant. So they're going to keep them cameras going, especially in those neighborhoods. They don't want nobody touching their homes or their children, which nobody does. So let me tell you something. They know more. They know more than they're letting out. And they've seen things. There's all kinds of information out there that we don't know about and we don't need to know about. But all we need to know is Sebastian disappeared. And we need to pray that God will find him, or God will let us find him wherever he is.
Yeah.
And pray for Seth that he can find him wherever he is. Or he comes home, or he calls his daddy. He knows his dad's phone number. If he's out there, he's going to call his dad sooner or later. He's going to call him.
I hope they recheck the path to the ice cream shop. And I'm actually glad you said that, because it made my mind think about this, that he knew the route to his dad's house and to the ice cream shop. I feel like that should be checked, because usually when you're a child or a teen and you go a certain direction, or the path to these that's important. And you would only go somewhere you would know if you took off on foot or whatever, right? You'd go towards the direction.
Scared, yes, you would.
I feel like you would, but not every time.
If you were afraid, if you were running from something and you were afraid, you'd go to somewhere you felt like you were safe.
Thank you, love.
And that's the way I feel about it. I love you, and I appreciate what you do, and I look forward to seeing Seth on your show. He said you were his brother, and I believe that.
Absolutely. He knows we're here. He always tells me to let you guys know that he thanks you and appreciates the support from the community. And
but I want to say this before I leave.
Say it, Rose. Go ahead.
I'm going to say it one more time. I appreciate the respect and the love and the feelings that he had for Katie, his son's mother. Because you don't see that in a lot of people.
Yes.
And I appreciate that from him. You can tell he's a Christian. And if that makes somebody mad, I can't help it. But I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And I love you, and I appreciate what you're doing, and you keep it real. You keep it real.
Well, thank you, Rose. I appreciate you calling in, a local from right here by where Sebastian is. Thank you for calling in and giving us that outlook too. The cameras are running and people are looking. Thank you so much. God bless you. Lock your doors. Stay vigilant. And I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday, Rose. Rose, what a sweetheart. What a sweetheart Rose is. He said he's a loose cannon. Who's a loose cannon? Who's that, Flashbang? Who's a loose cannon? Why did he talk about it if they can't tell us? I mean, I get that. I do see what you're saying, Maya. I can't say that. Why talk about it, right? I do get that. We'll get back to that too. What's going on, 865? Mary in the building. How you doing tonight, Miss Mary? I hope you're better. I hope you're healing good, but I'm glad to hear from you.
Thank you. Got the staples out today, so that's a big help. Whew, that was fun. I have a couple questions, if you wouldn't mind to ask when Seth comes on and Tony. One, I think a lot of people would like to know, and maybe they answered this and I didn't catch it. Is the FBI helping?
Okay.
And from their standpoint, what can we do? What's the holdup if they aren't helping? I think they are partly helping, but I'm not sure because that's been kind of up in the air. Two, there's no billboards. If cost is an issue, what can we do as a community to help get billboards up out on that highway? Because that's such a major area going from Knoxville to Nashville to Chattanooga area.
So you put your questions for Seth and Tony, or is the FBI helping? You're saying? I wrote it down.
Yeah. Is the FBI
assisting?
Are they? Because that's a big question a lot of people have had is why doesn't the FBI help? I think if we could put that kind of to rest and get a
I wrote it down.
An explanation. And then also about the billboards, because that's such a busy fairway through there from Nashville, Chattanooga to Knoxville, which goes all the way up to New York and all over the United States. It's a major fairway through there. So what's the holdup on billboards?
So what's the holdup on billboards? Okay.
Yeah, and if it's expensive, how can those of us out here make donations to help get a billboard up, or can we call the billboard?
Love it. Wrote it down. What's the holdup on billboards? Get straight at it. That's a blunt question. I like it.
Yeah. And if it's money, how can we help? What can we do? And just the other thing that hit me tonight was for all the people out there that are kind of in a bad way in their mindset. Just know that your negativity, I don't want to go to the point of saying their hate, but their negativity is just stepping stones. It's just fuel to the fire for helping to find Sebastian, because obviously Sebastian has a lot of love from people all over the world calling in and checking on him and supporting Seth. And, if you can't get on board with that, then that's all right. God will turn whatever you got negative into something positive, and we'll just use it as a stepping stone to keep trying to find this child. And I really, really appreciated hearing Seth pin down things about Sebastian. That's what I was saying a long time ago, is tell us more about Sebastian. I don't want to know the personal stuff that I don't need to know. But if I were to come across him, does he like the beach? Does he like the woods? What, if somebody were to take him that knew him, where would they possibly take him? Where can we be looking? That type of stuff. So I appreciated that. And I think Seth did a great job tonight. I think he'll do great with you guys too. So with you too.
Yeah, that's why I said I want to get your guys' questions and not just ask the questions that I already know the answers to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I actually want to ask your questions, which is why I'm saying I do talk to Seth, and there, there's stuff that, again, he keeps close to his best. I don't even know about. But again, I have access and can ask him at any time. I want to ask your guys' questions, all of them. That's why I was saying email me, or like you just told me, I wrote a couple questions down. Hold on, let me take that down. What do we got on the screen here? No, but again, you said you wanted to know what is the FBI assisting, one, and then what's the hold up on billboards? If it's money, what can we do? Also, if somebody took them, where would they, go? But then again, that's hard to, I don't know. That's kind of right. And because we don't know where they would be. I feel like if we knew that, we would have already found them. If they took them, where would they take them to, etc.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
thank you.
If he had a favorite place, let's say that possibly this is a person that knows him and has him and cares, they think they're doing the right thing by getting him out of this situation. To keep him calm and make it, have him enjoy the environment where he is, so he stays calm.
Right.
Where would a place like that be? If there was such a place, I don't know. But, and the other thing too is that when we as a community ask Seth a question and he skirts the answer, that tells me out loud he can't answer.
Right.
And not be mad at him because, oh, he's just not answering, or this is clickbait. It's not. He can't answer. And that ought to be, be smart enough to see that and go, oh, that's something he has information on he can't tell us. Not that he's holding it back, trying to be difficult. He's trying to protect his child and get his child home, or find him, either way. So, but anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to say thank you again.
I appreciate you, Miss Mary. This is just crazy. It's crazy.
It is. It's tragic. It's tragic, and there's a lot of people going through this. Not just Seth and Sebastian. There's a lot of kids across the nation.
That's what I was just saying before, right? You heard me say that. I was like, and this was what I was kind of sending out to CP and KP. People want to help find them. Like, I don't get it. Why would you not want help? Why would you turn down where thousands or hundreds of thousands of people want to help bring your boy home? Why would you turn that? That's what I don't understand, because there's families out there right now that are itching for this type of coverage and help to find or bring their loved one home. And that's what that's what I was trying to say earlier live, just here. I wanted to make that a point because that's a fact.
Absolutely. And I think too, if you're in a situation where your child has gone missing, you're going to be saying, take my DNA, take my blood, check my house, check my car, check everything as quick as you can to show that I'm not, involved in this, and get out there and start looking and help us. You know what I mean? I'd be like, do whatever you got to do to clear me so you can focus on finding the right, where that child is and the right person who has them, because they've wasted an awful lot of damn time. Excuse my French.
Right.
They really have. And it's sad. It's super sad. But, anyway, that's kind of where I am tonight. So I'll just hang in there and see what happens with your program tonight.
That's a good question too. Diana said, kind of touching up on your question that you wanted me to ask, and it kind of follows up. What is the FBI providing help with at this point? I like that question too. What are they providing help with?
And if they're not, if it's a legal thing, there's a statute or something that they can't get involved for some reason. I know the county or city has to ask the TBI to come in and help on a case. I think the TBI then has to have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which I could totally be, I think they have to get to a point that there has to be something that happens where the FBI then takes over. But what is that? And if the FBI isn't helping, just tell us, no, they're not helping, and there's a reason why they can't, and that's okay. We move on, because there's a lot of speculation about that, and unfortunately, it's a lot of red tape. And the kids are suffering for it, and so are the families. And it's, stupid rules, I guess, in places. But anyway, but thank you so much.
As far as that, Linda, and appreciate you, Miss Mary, always for calling in every night and just being a voice for not just Sebastian, because you've called in for the Riley Strain case. You were here before that, and you're offering your assistance here. And again, I think people like you, Donna, Rose, and plenty of others. I could keep going all day with the phone calls and people who call in of, wondering or just in complete misery over the thought of where this boy is, which a lot of you are. But Linda, what I was saying to this, that's part of the territory. People are going to talk about that. That's been something ever since I stepped in. When you pay it mind, that's when it starts to mess with your peace a little bit. So what you do is you block that shit out and keep going forward. People are always going to talk. Always. You know what I mean? Exactly. It is what it is. Let them talk.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Miss Mary, I appreciate your blessing. What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, you're just teaching people about compassion and what love is out here, and a lot of people have never had that or don't understand it. And got haters, just saying, this is what love looks like. And this is what caring looks like. And this is what.
You're so right, Miss Mary. I mean, you're on the money, because that's what it's about. It's about, I feel like there's no respect in this world almost at this point. Like, I feel like 10% of people have respect and the other 90, it's like, damn, it's everything starts with respect.
Yep. And absolutely. Love keeps it going too. So thank you, dear. I love you.
Love and light.
Have a great night. You too. All right. Bye.
Miss Mary. And I'm praying for your healing on that heart surgery. I hope it is all going just as planned, or if not better. We pray for you. Thank you so much. We love you, Miss.
Thank you all. Love you too. Love you.
Shout out to Miss Mary. She's such a wonderful person. Love her. She's got a heart of gold. She's been with me, I think, since Riley Strain. She hasn't left. Thank you. I appreciate you. To be complaining. Somebody says Pascal. What? 731. Let's have some fun. How you doing tonight?
Hey, T-REV. This is Boffan. How are you tonight?
Boffan. That is my wife. No, no, that's crazy.
You got that right. I'm your wife. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
How you doing tonight, Boffan? I hope you're feeling better than yesterday. I know yesterday you were a little tore up because of the day, and I can totally understand that. How are you feeling today, and what's your thoughts after watching these 2 interviews that came out today with Seth and Tony?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you guys for your prayers. You got me through. You can tell I'm a lot more upbeat today. But I wanted to say something real quick. I watched the Pascal interview, and I want to say one thing. Seth's learning the Tennessee way, because when you say attorney, shit starts happening. I'm sorry for my language.
You're fine. You're good.
But
adult show.
But when you
not for kids.
But when you, yeah. When you say attorney, shit starts happening. And I believe he got a lot of stuff in those CPS records that opens his eyes. And I believe a lot of stuff, some heads are going to start rolling over that. That's just my opinion. The other thing, the interview with Jennifer, I loved, because it let us see what Sebastian was like. But I mean, I'll be honest, I was crying through that whole interview, and I know Seth was too, and it just broke my heart that, he was reliving it, and, when he was born and what he had been through and all of that. But yeah, the attorney thing, the CPS documents, if you read between the lines on the interviews tonight, I think there's a lot of hope for finding him. And I think I totally agree with taking these searches private. I texted you some information earlier. I mean, I totally agree with that from what I'm hearing here in Tennessee. But what did you think? Anything that I missed that you heard?
No, it was more. There's a lot, actually. But I mean, things that are sticking to my mind. I do see people bringing up the CPS papers being talked about. I do see, and you brought it up too, right?
Yeah.
People want to know. I get it. And
I want to tell you something. If it's a juvenile in Tennessee, it's usually sealed. So the fact that he got an attorney and he got those, y'all, it's a miracle from God that he got them. And let me tell you something. If he said there's a few, in my opinion, there's a lot that he didn't know about. So there could be stuff from that. I mean, there's a lot of that opened a lot of floodgates. I feel, in my opinion,
for sure.
That's just me.
Yeah, it did
on how everything could have went. I mean, we all know that environment wasn't good from what we hear allegedly. But yeah, I feel real good tonight. I'm like Miss Mary, and all the other callers.
And I kind of want to, you know what, another thing that I do want to talk about. I'm glad you brought that up and asked me again anything that you're thinking of. And another thing I do and that I'm thinking about is there's people out there that I don't know. I've seen on the Pascal show is like Chloe and what's her name? Heather. Or people talk about Chloe, and I don't know that whole situation, so I can't speak on it, but I do see people that were talking about that, and I did see people in the chat, and I seen kind of Seth speak on it a little bit too, but it kind of, I don't know what happened. Is there a problem there? Is that why people were over there sending super chats about Chloe? I mean, I'm confused there a little bit.
Well, no.
What's going on there with
there's three different things going on there. Of course, Heather quit or got asked to step back, and then Chloe did too. I feel like they feel like that their toes were stepped on when Tony come aboard, and they're saying
okay,
they're not giving Seth all the information. And heck, I'd be pissed off too. I'd be like, "You're fired. Get up out of here. If you're not going to help me and give me the information, go." But the person, I sent you a text on this. I probably don't need to say it on live. But there was the person that interviewed Chris the other night when he was being Sling Blade was sending in super chats like crazy, going off on Seth, and nobody could see it. I've seen a few of them. And Seth addressed her right there on the live and said, "I know exactly who you are. And I'm right here. And if you think that you're going," she told Chris on live air that he needed to go knock the shit out of Seth. And that's where all the dramas come from, right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I sent you a text.
I see people are talking about this donation shit too a lot. This donation shit. They're talking about donating and money and who's donating to where and who and where and what and why. And I'm counting this and that and this and the third. It's like, damn, if you want to know,
that man ain't got no money from that. I mean, he got a little money. I mean, my God, he was off work for 3 months. I think Chris just jealous he didn't get no damn money. But he's out here acting a damn fool. Who's gonna give him money? I'm not.
You know, it was sad that he had to shut down his GoFundMe page. Be honest.
I know, and I think it's because he got on Cluminati or whoever and said, I got to get up and get ready to go to work. I don't have a GoFundMe like Seth does. And then right after that, Seth closed down his GoFundMe. And I felt terrible about that. I was like, don't let them two crazies, because, two haters out of all of us that are trying to help you, shut it down, because, there's people that want to help for your legal fees and all that. Because I really believe now that he's got this attorney, things are going to start happening for him.
Yep.
I really do.
That was probably maybe one of the best routes, getting an attorney and setting things up from there.
And getting Tony. Yeah, and getting Tony, because Seth's like me and you. We speak our mind. He can say, "Oh, don't say that, Seth. You know what I'm saying. You're on TV here. Whoa."
Right.
So he did need both of those very badly. And if he felt distrust with the PIs, I trust Seth to make that decision. Maybe they were withholding some real vital information that he needed. In fact, I've even heard that they had kind of gone over to Chris's side. That's just allegedly hearsay. But I trust Seth's opinion. I trust Seth's gut. So
that's crazy. My thing is, people are talking. I see y'all. I see you. I'm just saying, go ask News Nation what they're making, or Court TV. Like, go talk to them.
Yeah, really.
Go talk to the people. Be like, damn, these creators out here are going crazy. The hell out.
Yeah, making money, making $1,000 per show. Which, oh Lord. Lord, you don't even monetize, so they can't come up in there and say that
like
about you.
if I put my hard editing into it, I'll monetize my video. I don't give a shit. What do they?
I know. I don't blame you.
It's called
It's
called being honest. I don't monetize my lives. I make
well, you've got to
out
pay
of my
your
live and
bills just
upload it.
like everybody else.
If there's
Yeah,
news
you're
that comes
keeping,
out or something, I will clip it and put it up.
and you're keeping Sebastian's name out there, and nobody else
ever
is.
tell me
Chris
what to
done
do.
scared everybody else off.
There's nobody that ever tell me what to do. I know what I'm here for. I know my intention.
Appreciate you.
It's your intention.
And I apologize for my language, but I'm fired up tonight. God knows. Please forgive me.
You're good.
But I'm praying for Seth. I'm praying for everybody. This is, y'all, I have faith. I have faith in Jesus Christ, and I really think that we're going to get some good news soon. And just keep the faith, everybody. And love you and thank you. You done got me over on Discord and everything else.
Well, I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for being a part of the Rev Game family. I do appreciate you being a voice here also. Thank you so much. God bless you both. And I'll hear from you again, I'm sure. God bless you for the night. Stay vigilant and lock them doors, though. It's to lock them doors. If Seth puts an RO out and CP comes online and talks about him and makes more threats, CP can be arrested, Christy says.
Searches with a group of people. How many on a daily basis? And I know you.
Hold on 1 second. 724, you're in the door. How you doing tonight?
Hey, T-REV. I had to call because, like, before there was a caller that said that, like, we don't deserve to know what's going on. Like, it's not our business and all this and that. Which I understand that none of this is our business. He's a 15-year-old boy. That's not our business. But at the same time, you got to look at it like these YouTubers out here are the ones drawing attention to this case. Which he said he has no respect for anybody but you. Which YouTubers are the ones that are keeping this case alive. These people calling into your shows are keeping this alive. Your viewers, everybody. This is what is key to this case.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I had to call back because, okay, and about it not being our business, it's not our business. We're not trying to pry into Sebastian's life, but Chris made it our business to know that he pisses his pants. So why ain't it our business to know what's in that report, that DCS report? That is more important than what Chris put out there about Sebastian. That nobody should have known that about Sebastian. That was uncalled for. Whatever is written in those DCS, that's what's called for. And that is what is important. And people are walking over that. And then you got Illuminati out here calling him fat ass, saying, she's the one that is drawing all this. She's like on a team with Chris Proudfoot somehow or whatever. Who is going to be on a team with him? Like, she's putting people out on hits, like telling them to go beat up Seth. Like, that's craziness. She should be banned from YouTube. And on top of that, why ain't anybody looking into what really, like, I know that there's no hard evidence, but I do know there's cases based on a lot of circumstantial. And this case, ain't there enough circumstantial evidence that can draw the FBI into this case? There's been cases that have been won with circumstantial.
That's a good ass question. Because I feel the same way too. But keep going. Keep painting that picture for me.
But I mean, I'm just saying, I was sitting here waiting to get through because I was just so heated about the comments about it's not our business. And then about, like Seth putting down I support Seth and I saw the pain in his eyes. But like, really, it all comes down to us, really. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think that we need to know everything that's going on in this case. They need to be more open. Seth should realize, okay, the one woman said that she respects Seth's love for Katie, the mother of his child. I respect that too. But at the same time, this is your son. All evidence points to they did something to your son. Let's say this is about Sebastian, not about Katie. Tell us what was going on in that house. Tell us, Seth. We, the public, need to know because we, the public, are the ones that's going to solve this case. So, like, quit hiding stuff. Like, quit worrying about Katie's feelings and Chris's feelings and everything. Like, tell us what was said in that. Like, that is very important in this. Like, he thinks that, like, he don't want to disrespect them. And then, really, as a parent, the things that, like, Chris calling into Illuminati, acting like the dude for Sling Blade. Mm-hmm. Listen, like, me as a parent, I want to go stomp. I mean, I got to stop. But I have hard feelings about Chris that I want to follow through with. How does he, as a father, hear Chris out here just disrespecting his son over and over and over again and hearing all this stuff and not have no anger in him? Like, somebody stir up the heat in Seth. But I gotta calm down. T-REV, you're great. You got a big heart. I am so sorry. I'm so fired up over this case.
No, this is why we do it, because I know that there's people like you who are fired up about it. This is why we do it.
Like,
this is exactly.
Listen, like, as a mom, the heat in me about this boy, watching the tears in Seth's eyes today and that Jennifer coffin dapper thing. Man, that made me sit here and cry. And my daughter's 20. She was sitting by me, and she's like, Mom, like, and I'm like, you don't understand. You don't follow this case. Like, you know, if something happened to my kids, like, man, like, I would be fired up. Like, everybody, nobody would shut me up.
Wow.
Like, where is his fire in him? Like, CP is out here totally disrespecting his son in public. But he's saving feelings. He don't want us to know. He wants to put down YouTubers. Like, y'all are the ones keeping this case alive. Nobody else. If y'all quit following him, who's gonna follow him? Nobody. So, like, he needs to wake up, because I know that he's innocent, but, like, he is being too pacified, and he needs to wake up and put that fire in his ass and tell him that we are the ones out here. We're the ones caring. And he needs to really, CP is out here really disrespecting Sebastian in public. Man, if I was in this situation, and that's what fires me up, because I couldn't imagine not knowing where my kid is, not knowing if he's eating, if he's sleeping, and, like, where he's at, if he's being abused, if he's alive, if he's dead. I could never want to walk in such shoes.
I just want to kind of maybe bring some clarity. Maybe that the information that's in that report, you know, maybe he's holding it back for Sebastian's protection, because, you know, if Sebastian comes back,
the only thing I can think of is,
you know, it could he's now the world knows about the CPS paper. Say he is somewhere and he's found. Now he has to come back and deal with all this stuff that's out about him.
Okay, but what's worse about him? Him being essayed by somebody that's out of his control? Or CP out here telling us that he pisses his pants and had his...
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
You gotta, like...
I get that too.
Listen, when it comes to finding your son, who cares if he's humiliated?
Right.
Put the truth out there. Wouldn't you rather have him come home and bury him than to never come home?
Point. You got a very good point.
My kid, I would bring them home and I would protect them from the embarrassment. But you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes to get them home, because I'll never sleep a day in my life not knowing if my kids are eating and sleeping or getting beat or getting essayed or getting whatever. Yeah. Like, forget the embarrassment when he comes home.
For sure.
Bring him home is the first thing.
I get you 100%. And I hear you.
Like, I'm sorry there's so much emotion involved. It's just, this case really been taken over. And I had 5 kids and I couldn't imagine.
This is what it's about, honestly. This is what it's about. And I appreciate your passion.
It really, like, he put all his YouTubers down and everything. I know he called you out and he respects you. But at the same time, everything he was saying about YouTubers, you fall into. Okay, you know, he called you out because he didn't want you to feel any kind of way about it. But really, he's saying it about you too. You're all out here just making money and this and that. Which I know you don't make money. But I'm saying, like, he needs to realize that y'all are the people that is really keeping his name out here. You especially, but no, I'm not going to say other people. But
everyone who is covering this is keeping his name out there, regardless.
Everyone who is covering this, if they fall out of this, without this in the equation, Sebastian's name ain't gonna stand this. It's gonna be lost like somewhere else.
I agree.
I
and
hope
that's why I was saying what I said
I
earlier.
hope he comments.
You know, that's why I said exactly what I said earlier when it comes to what CP and KP had, you know, with the things that, or that, should I just say the things that CP was saying in the leaked phone calls and all the daggers thrown back and forth. All that's doing is just causing drama. That's all it's doing. It's going to run people off. It's going to run people off. Absolutely. Say one more thing. You're good. Go
ahead. It is. I have one more thing to say. I feel like whatever's in these DCS reports, let's just alleged say that it's SA. Maybe that's why CP is so wanting to protect Katie. He don't want her to turn on him. He don't want her to come out with the truth. He's trying to protect her and say, "Oh, I'm the savior, Katie. I'm the savior. I'm saving you." He wants to take care of her. He wants to cover his bases. Whatever he has to say about Seth, because he got something about Seth waiting to come out too, which we'll probably see soon. But forget all that. Like, Katie needs to wake up. Like, CP is really just covering his face. He didn't want nothing brought out about her family because he don't want the SA brought out in her family. He's trying to avoid that whole topic. The SA topic, period. He's trying to avoid it. And Katie knew about it, and he's trying to cover for her, saying, "Baby, you're better with me. Look, I'm looking out for you. I'm your big bad man." He don't want nobody to turn on him. But at the end of the day, that is the root of all this. This came out a couple days before this DCS. All of a sudden, he comes up missing.
Thank you, Terry.
Doesn't that make sense? That he wouldn't want the New Mexico reports matching his reports now in Tennessee. He would be done. He'd be in lifetime in jail. He's covering his ass, and people aren't trying to put that out there. Like, Seth needs to put that out in the public. He needs to.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Is there any question that you have for Seth? You know, I know you're passionate about this case in general and with Sebastian. So I want to ask you, when I bring Tony and Seth on the show, what is your question that you have? That one question that you just want an answer to?
It's not even a question that is it. He's not going to answer it, but
I'm writing it down now.
My thing is, what it means more in his heart? Respecting CP and KP, or bringing his son home? Because the truth needs to be out. Does he care about bringing his son home, or does he care about respecting them? Because at the end of the day, that's where this lies, and I'm passionate about that.
Yeah. Well,
he knows more than what's being brought out here.
I wrote it down.
And that's from the bottom of my heart. That's my. But he won't answer it. I'm sure they won't.
I wrote it down. I'll ask.
But like, if he digs deep in his soul and thinks, like, if he's really standing for his son, he's gonna say whatever to get his son home. Do not protect the people that did something to your son, or allegedly.
Right. Okay.
But in his soul,
I wrote it down.
In my soul, I know they did.
Thank you for calling in. We appreciate you being a voice here tonight.
Thank you, T-REV. Love you.
I hope you could calm down a little bit. I will ask that. I hope you do.
I will.
A little bit. I know you're upset. I can hear that in you. I just want you to go take
I cry every day over this boy.
Well,
but thank you, T-REV.
That does appreciate you. I know from that end. I don't know. I can't speak for CP and KP, but I do know it's appreciated. And God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I pray for him every night, and I just want to see Sebastian home. Thank you.
And I wrote that question down too. So I put what you wanted to ask. What means more in his heart, protecting CP and KP or bringing Sebastian home? That's what you said. Correct?
Yeah, that's basically what but I don't feel he'll answer it. I feel he'll get offended.
Well, I wrote it down for you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a voice.
Thank you, T-REV.
Keep doing it. Keep sharing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Shout out to her. I feel her. I mean, I've heard people like this multiple times. frustrated over this case, have no connection whatsoever, but are super frustrated and want to help this boy. And you got people that want to run people off. That's crazy to me. 404, you're in the door. How you doing tonight?
T. Hey,
yes, ma'am.
It's me, Tiffany from Georgia.
What's going on, Tiffany? I seen you over there tonight. What's going on?
I know it.
Second generation.
I'm gonna get on that kick in just a second, but I wanted to bless that caller's heart. You've got to think about it two different ways. She's so invested, she's not looking at it in two different ways. One, Seth has not had law enforcement to help him through this entire case.
Mm-hmm.
They have kept him on the sidelines. He's not gotten any leverage with them at all.
Mm-hmm.
He has something now. That's his ace. They don't want that report going out on social media. And he's a very smart man, T. A very smart man. And also because of all this drama, he feels like Sebastian has gotten lost in all of it. And he wants to bring Sebastian back up to the front. And if he would have released that tonight, it would have been bad, T. It would have been a bunch of
my goodness. The drama it'd be a tornado.
It would be a tornado.
Absolutely.
He said enough. He said what he needed to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I support it. It's not our business. He's got what he needs to hopefully get something in motion with law enforcement. That's just my personal opinion. We are all invested. Trust me. I mean, every time you say that's my wife, my husband, he goes to bed and he's like, okay, you're going to be on late tonight because I'm Eastern Standard Time. He's like, is to your husband? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. That's how we roll around here. But it's all for Sebastian. But yeah, anyway, I'm going back on.
I actually agree with you on that first statement you just made. Fully. Like I see what you're saying 100%, and I think you're dead on.
You have to know what your hands are when you're sitting at the table.
You're you're dead on with that, Tiffany. For real, you're on the money. I feel like you're right up on that bullseye. For real, that statement right there. Listen to that. That's it.
You know, I mean,
bing bang.
And he's smart, and Seth just wants his son home. We all want Sebastian to come home.
I love the ace. Okay. What did you say? The ace in the. What did you say?
The ace in the hole.
The ace. That's his ace in the hole. I mean, you're just.
That's his ace in the hole.
Keep painting.
He's like, I can let this go, or you can start talking to me and let me start seeing videos. You can start moving. Because at the end of the day, apparently, it was more than one or two calls out there. So this falls. Do you imagine what's going to happen if that got out and how many calls got called out to that house? I mean, it would be
insane.
Excuse my French, a shitstorm. Okay, that's what it would be. All right, so I'm over that. I'm back on this. I'm serious, T. I'm back on the second generation, and I'm standing on it. Okay, the second generation construction company, where it's at. Okay, it's got the loading landfill beside it. Not beside it. Okay, I'm country. So I'm going to say all in the vicinity, okay? So nobody's in chat saying, she don't know what she's talking about. I pulled up the map. Pull up the map. We've got the landfill. We've got the river.
Mm-hmm.
We have a marina and a campground behind that second generation construction company. We have got, I want to know, is there cameras at that marina? I wonder if they can be able to pull those cameras at that marina. Because there is a marina, there's a campground, there's the river, and there's a landfill. And the landfill caught on fire. I'm talking, I mean, this is a team. I'm telling you, man, I can't.
I know, I pulled it up too, and they said it was, what was it, part of the building that caught on fire?
It was, but, okay, I'm wondering if the mattress got dumped I wonder if it got loaded up at the landfill, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that. They're builders, so they have a connection with that landfill to be able to get stuff. Do they have trucks that they load up to take over there? We've got to go back to the beginning here. At the very beginning, that landfill caught on fire. The building caught on fire there. We've got that river back there. It's all within the vicinity of it. And then there is a marina and there is a campground right there. Okay, so I was thinking about something the other day. Sometimes you have to look at things differently. Where's Chris and Katie been staying? They've been staying in a camper. Okay. Now, let's put the hope out there. Let's say Sebastian may be alive. Me personally, my heart, T, I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't want to say that. I really don't want to say that. So could they has anyone found out, does the Proudfoots sell campers? Because if they do, Katie and them are in a camper. Could they have put Sebastian in a camper by himself? And that's where he's at. He's on the campground. That campground backs up to second generation where that marina is. Could he be in a camper somewhere? I don't know. I'm sure law enforcement's following her. I'm sure. But there's a possibility they could have him in, because didn't they have a camper before they got this camper? That's been a rumor. Do you know of any of that? Didn't they buy a new camper when this happened?
Are they coming on tonight? No, I don't know. I have no idea about that whatsoever. I cannot answer that. That's a question I do not know.
All the drama, I'm over all the drama. But I just would like for us to go back to the beginning and start looking at properties, start looking at what businesses they own, and then what's around these surrounding properties that the family owns. Because at the very beginning, you remember there was that Uncle D at the very beginning.
Right.
He's the one that owns that construction company. Like, he is a part of that construction company. I don't know. I know y'all, I probably sound crazy. I don't know.
No,
no,
you don't sound.
I'm done with the drama.
Crazy because I've seen it. I've seen the actual post and verified that there was a fire at this spot. So I did see it. It's not BS, and no, I'm not counting that off either. We have no idea. There's no trace of him even leaving the house, but they're saying he's not at the house.
I mean, I look at the big picture, T. I look at the house. I look at the neighborhood. I look behind the neighborhood. There was a construction being built. I look at them able to get to construction material or equipment or trucks or something like that would be able to come out of a construction company, a construction site, and be able to pull into another construction company and not throw up a red flag. And then once you get pulled in there, you have a landfill, you have a river, and then you have a marina and a campground. It's too easy. It's too easy. And I know that might throw up a red flag. It may be too easy. But I'm looking at, that's to me, that's the elephant in the room. This construction company has too much around it.
Oh my God.
I mean, if it has a marina, then there could be a boat. Is there cameras out there? Have they been checked? Has Seth had those cameras checked? I mean, there's got to be cameras out there, T. I mean, what if they put him on the boat and got him out of there?
Why was the website going down? I remember when we were live one time and it went down. It was like it went down when I was live looking at it.
It went down for like 3 days and then it come back up. And my thing is, law enforcement allegedly, Seth said that there's a lot of video out there that he hasn't seen. So was law enforcement looking into this construction company and that's why the website went down? I don't know.
That's a great question.
I don't know. And so is there video around there? Is there video at that landfill? Is there video at that marina? Is there video at that campground? I don't know. But there's just a lot of, I just really wish you'd pull up that map.
Maya said, how is it an ace in the freaking hole if the police don't have any evidence of how he went missing?
Because if they came out there, if CPS came out there on multiple occasions,
yes, ma'am,
to this home, and they did not do their job because they have some connections with, allegedly, with that community, with law enforcement or what may have you, and they turned a blind eye to that, and there's numerous of cases that they've been out there,
yes,
and now Sebastian is missing. And they never, on any of those cases, reached out to the biological father. Oh yeah. Seth has got them by the nutsack. Excuse my language. I hope I didn't just get you.
No,
I hope I didn't get no. Seth has got them because you know what? What goes on in the dark will come to light. And there's enough prayer warriors on this family that is praying for this boy. You hear the passion and everybody that calls.
Yep. I'm looking at it
I'm
right
telling
now.
you,
I'm just looking.
He is set back and he has been beat down. He's been talked about. He has been criticized, and law enforcement has not put him in nothing. They haven't gave him anything. Period. And now he has this. Oh yeah. He's got him. He's got him right where he wants him. So they're going to start. Now he holds the cards and says, "Jump," and they're going to start asking how high, because this falls on the system from the beginning. They did not follow through and reach out to Seth, and Seth has got. So it's not that he's doing what he's got to do, because for once in this
camera right here,
over 2 months.
Camera right here is
camera?
from 2019. I mean, this is also from 2019, but there's a camera for sure on the place that you're talking about.
Time.
Again, this is Tiffany's. This is what she's talking about, and I see a camera on the side of this building on second generation. This is again second generation, I believe. Zoom right in it. That's a camera for sure. Oh, that's 2022. I'm sorry, 2022. Camera's still there. 2022. So maybe 2024, that camera's still there if it was there from 2019.
I wonder about those marinas. I'd like to look into those campgrounds and that marina that's over there on the back side. I mean, it's not in the backyard, but it's all within the vicinity of this place. I'm wondering. I don't know. But this is the first time Seth has actually got the cards in his favor since the beginning of this investigation, if you really want to know the truth about the matter. Because he didn't even get... she didn't even call him. She did not even call his job and say, "Look, your son is missing."
Where's it land?
He had to wait till he got off a shift to see his missed phone calls on his phone. So from the jump, Seth has been treated wrong with this whole situation. So now he's got cards against all of them.
This says this is the United Scraping alignment. Hold up, I'm confused. Is this second generation? What am I looking at? Tree service and roofing? Does he rent a spot? Like, I'm confused.
The second generation construction, and they help build I'm supposedly they help build the houses and the construction, because Kathy Bowersox, she runs that real estate up there. So I'm pretty sure, because that's kind of like me. You know, I run my own cleaning business, and then all my customers go to my husband. For like, I refer my husband out because he has an auto mechanic shop. So usually, like in these small towns, we find businesses and then we kind of bounce off of each other. You get what I'm saying? And that's how we grow.
So you're saying that this is a friend, or who is that to who? Again, just for everybody who is listening, for clarity in here.
Okay, the second generation construction company is ran by Chris's uncle, which is Kathy Bowersox's brother. Which is Uncle D, is allegedly the Uncle D thing. And then Kathy Bowersox, she works in the office. So I think we debunked the thing that Chris works for them. I don't think Chris works for them.
Right.
I think we debunked that at the beginning, like almost 2 months ago. We debunked that. I don't think he works for them, but unless they're subcontracted out for this build in Memphis. I'm not sure. But she was there first thing that morning, allegedly.
Right.
She was there first thing that morning.
Well,
You've heard the calls about Nina, allegedly, about how they've done with Faith. Then they went, I don't think he's in Alaska. I don't think it's anything like that. I don't think anything with the cemetery. I don't think anything like that. He's around there somewhere. But he could be. I mean, they could have him in a camper. Who knows? They could have him in a camper. He could be alive. I mean, if they're selling campers, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I'm like 10% on that. I'm like 90% on that. But anyway, we love you, T. I'm glad that he shouted you out tonight. I was like, that's our T. Lucky.
Well,
Seth is.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Seth is doing it right. He's doing it right.
He is.
He's doing it right. I don't want to know.
What question would you have for Seth and Tony? I'm going to ask that from every caller now. What question would you have for Seth and Tony when I pull them up?
the second generation construction company, the landfill being checked, the river being checked by dogs. You don't have to have Chris and them's permission. You have to on that second generation company.
So you
and
said
that's
the
what's
second
throwing me off.
generation. What is your question about the second generation construction company? Is it about the landfill fire?
The river being checked behind it, the landfill, and see if there's any cameras and anything with that campground and marina.
Checked and cameras. Okay. I wrote that down.
Because there's that marina back there in that campground.
Okay.
I'm just looking at, they're staying at a campground. That's where they're staying.
I wrote it down.
I'm just trying to put it together in my head.
I got you, Tiffany. I wrote it down. I will ask them. I appreciate you. I'm definitely going to ask them that because I don't, I know that there was there was some landfill fire over there. I'm trying to figure out where this damn landfill is on this map because I'm on here now. Is it back in the back over here? Is it? I mean, I'm not. Where is the landfill? Is it on the other side?
It's apparently a loading. It's not like an actual landfill. It's apparently a loading place that they load up and take to other landfills. I think my biggest question for them would be, is there cameras at that campground and that marina that's adjacent to second generation construction company?
There's cameras right here at this second generation that you're talking about. This is the building. It has the building right here. There's a camera right up on the side of this building.
There you go.
And when you step back a little bit and go back into 2022, I still see that camera. Yep, I still see the camera. Was it 2020?
What about that marina? You think we can pull up? You think maybe that's something you can look at?
Yeah,
later on.
We'll take a look at it. I appreciate you, Tiffany. I'll definitely ask Tony and Seth that also. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your questions and you being a voice for Sebastian. We appreciate you. God bless you, Tiffany.
Always.
Stay vigilant.
Thank
Lock your doors, and I'll see you in chat. Shout out to Tiffany. Good phone call from her. That's what I got to ask every caller. What question would you have for Tony and Seth? Yeah, make sure you hit that like button. 1,500, only 900. Come on. I'm going to come on tonight. But I was like, you know what? We want to talk. 727 sent from heaven. How you doing tonight?
I'm okay, T-REV. How are you doing? Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. There's a lot on my mind everywhere in every direction. But when it comes to this case, I mean, where are you at? What's your thought process when it comes to Sebastian being missing?
Well, for the reason I called was I just wanted to say the caller before the last caller saying about Seth, don't protect CP and KP. I understand the caller's, passion about it. And I understand where she's coming from, but I mean, Seth isn't protecting them. He's trying to find his son, and there are things during any investigation, there are things that the public shouldn't know or doesn't need to know. And, and I think that Tony made it real clear when he came out and he basically said, all bets are off. We are not working with them. That's over with. We tried it. It's not working. And I just don't think the public is entitled to know anything. I mean, yeah, we want to keep it out there, but it's like Seth, he has to, as far as like I think she said something about like getting fire in his belly or whatever. I mean, can you imagine being in this position? You have to keep your emotions under control. I feel like you would feel like it's gonna, that feeling like when you're in a horrible situation and if you start crying, it's just going to be uncontrollable. Well, he's probably like that all the time, and he's got to keep it under control. He's got to convey information to people. That guy is like he's doing everything to find his son. That's his top priority. I don't know, that got to me, hearing like, do you want to protect them or find your son? He's not trying to protect them. I think for sure in the beginning, he was hoping they would work with him naturally, and he was trying to be fair and reasonable, and now it's like, forget it. sees them for what they are.
Yeah.
So that's,
you know what?
That's
maybe that's what's happened at this point. Gloves are off. Remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Gloves are off. I know.
Yes.
Some people were like, "What does that mean?" Well, Tony kind of touched up on that tonight. It was just that it's not going to work with them trying to work together. Is basically what he was saying.
Yes, exactly. And I watched that interview earlier, and I mean, Seth, the way he talks about Sebastian, you can see that he is a father. He knows his son's habits. You can see the affection that he has for his son. You can see that there's a real relationship there. And I mean, I'm sorry, but when we've seen Katie talk about Sebastian, I don't see that there at all. I see when she talked about that last day and all that weekend, I see her making it about like, well, I made breakfast and I bought snacks, and it's just like, it's ridiculous. But Seth, you can just see literally in his eyes his love for his son, and it's so there's like the story about the socks was so cute. Like the way he talks about how he's always got one sock on, and then he finds socks under the bed, and that's just real life, normal parent-child stuff. I mean, I was right now it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But that was basically it.
Recheck the landfill too. I don't know if they're gonna recheck the landfill. I would say, I mean, it's so frustrating. This is so frustrating.
It is.
Not having no, direction to look in. That's the shitty part. Is there's no direction to look. We speculate on things that happened, but that doesn't really equal where he's at right now, because there's no evidence of any direction this boy has went, and it's absolutely mind-blowing to me how there's none.
There's none. And I mean, I don't understand, like other people have said about circumstantial evidence. How is it that a 15-year-old, okay, he's not an adult who can decide to just take off and, nobody, it's like, well, if they decide to do that, they can go. No, he's 15.
Right.
Goes missing in the middle of the night. How is that not enough to warrant an investigation, a criminal investigation? That's crazy. I really don't see how that's even possible. Usually the last person, I think, with the scene with a missing person is seen as a suspect at first.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And is interrogated. I mean, I don't know. She needs to be interrogated, not just questioned and, tiptoed around. Interrogated. And I don't know, maybe the authorities have done that. It doesn't seem like it, but I don't get why that hasn't happened.
Public has been invited to TBI office to meet their employees this week and ask questions about what they do. That's an open door to publicly go and ask about this case. I could email you the info, Live Thankful said. Wow. Never know. Rosie might have to pop up over. She pull up on him. You never know. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that, Live Thankful. Appreciate the information. Send it over. I will show it to everybody if they want to go in there and ask some questions.
Good. Yeah.
That's a good one. What for this case, again, all we can do our part. Keep his face out there. Keep his face out there. That's all we can do. I feel like, and keep and stay vigilant too, because there's no telling where he's at. I know a lot of us speculate he's not with us anymore, but we need everybody to be looking when you go out into public. When you go to grocery shop, and I say this every stream, go grocery. I guarantee that almost everybody in here at least thinks about this boy when they're out and shopping or doing something. So if you see anybody that looks like Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, call his name out and tell him his dad's looking for him.
Yeah.
And if there's with somebody, get plates, please, whatever you got to do, and keep an eye out for them. Sorry, man.
And as far as CPS and what the last caller said about them not letting the father know about those visits and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, yes, that is outrageous. And I mean, see, our government is so full of corruption. Who knows what was going on? I mean, but that is messed up that he wasn't told, that Seth wasn't notified.
That's crazy. What did I just read? Oh my goodness. This is why this case gives me almost 80 days. And I'm going to ask you one thing before I let you go and move on to the next caller. What would be your question, your direct question for Tony and Seth?
I don't even know at this point. I want Seth to know we're praying for him and Sebastian, and he has a lot of support out here. I don't know if this is a question for them, but I want to know why this hasn't been treated yet like a criminal investigation.
No, that's a great question. Why has it not been treated as a criminal investigation?
Yeah. A boy disappears in the middle of the night. There's no evidence. Like Seth said earlier, there's no evidence of him either way. Yeah, like there's no evidence of anything. That doesn't make sense. People don't disappear into thin air.
Exactly. Agree. 100% agree with that.
So. And I mean, she was in the home with him. Somebody knows something. And it's like they always say in these stories, these real life stories. Somebody knows something.
Yeah.
Somebody saw something, heard something.
Sebastian's gamer tag. Well, I did write the question down and I will ask it to him. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you for calling in. God bless you. Lock your doors. Stay vigilant. You have a great night. All right, there we go. Yeah, I did let him in. Yeah, I let him in. What's going on? You're live. Talk to me.
What's going on, boss man? It's Frozen Moments.
Frozen Moments. How you doing? I ain't no damn boss. I ain't no damn.
That is supposed to be a joke because I said I only work for the Rev Gang family now.
I know. What's going on with you, Frozen Moments? How you doing tonight?
So I'm good. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to kind of talk about the caller that you had a few calls ago. I know she was very upset.
She was.
Which, all of us as the public, we are all emotionally invested in Sebastian. We all care about him. We all love him. We all want to see him come home. But at the end of the day, us as public, what we need to do is we need to sit back and we need to say what information that we know of is going to bring him home.
Right.
Is it going to bring him home if they tell us about those CPS reports? No. Mm-mm. If they tell us what was in those reports, is he going to appear tomorrow? No. So what we need to say as the public is, what can we do to help find him? Whether it's flyers, posters, T-shirts. I'm here in West Virginia. His picture is not anywhere where I live. It wasn't on any news stations. The only information I have on Sebastian was through YouTube. Mm-hmm. So the second thing is that, she also mentioned, what's going to be in that report, that he was SA'd. No, not just that. Everything that has ever come to light with any abuse in that home is going to be in those CPS reports, whether it is physical abuse, slapping, hitting, things like that. Yes, probably, or maybe there may have been some SA in there. We don't know. We don't know. And we can't sit here and say, well, they kind of dangled that information in front of us, and now they need to tell us. They don't need to tell us anything.
Right.
That's not for us to know. And the other thing that, you know, I have 5 children. The other thing that people need to understand is he is under 18. He is not an adult. He is a child. This is not Criminal Minds. This is not CSI. This is a real breathing child. This is a real person. So we can't look at this and think that this is some, you know, TV show.
Exactly.
And the only reason why Seth mentioned that he has the CPS reports now is because somebody in that chat on that YouTube interview tonight asked a question that Pascal came out and asked to Seth, and Seth came out and he said, yes, I do now have the CPS reports. And the only person that saw those CPS reports besides Seth is Seth's lawyer. Tony did not even see those CPS reports.
Right.
Tony did not see those CPS reports. And after Tony said, yes, Seth has the CPS reports, Seth went ahead and confirmed that he does have them, but nobody is to see them. And then the other thing that the public needs to also understand is that any evidence that can be used in the court of law cannot be put out to the public if they want to build a case. It just can't. If this becomes public and we all read this information, they might not be able to use it in court. And do we all want to see somebody be charged and be punished for any of these crimes, or, you know, allegedly any crimes towards Sebastian? Yes, facts.
Mm-hmm.
We all want to see somebody in orange, and we all want to see somebody be punished for any wrongdoing with Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, now you have to ask yourself, okay, do we really need to see those reports? No. Is it going to bring him home? No, it's not. No. So, you know, any information that we get, that's just like, okay, you know, they shared that information with us. We should be grateful that they're even sharing information with us. We should not feel that we are entitled for them to give us information.
I'll tell you what we want to know about Frozen. We just want to know what happened that night. How did he?
Exactly.
Which direction? Give us what direction? You know.
Absolutely.
The story.
I would love to know.
Is there cameras that tell the story and you missed them, or what's going on?
Something's
got a show.
Personally, in my opinion, like weeks and weeks ago, I sent you a map to your Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe, like, looking in their backyard, looking at where their cameras are, looking where their, not their cameras, I'm sorry, looking where their floodlights are in their backyard. The only thing that has always stuck in my head is that it was the back door, not the front door. And, you know, maybe somebody was over in that construction area that's down behind their home. All somebody would have to do is get Sebastian to that fence line in their backyard, get him over the fence to somebody else, and then that somebody else took him to a truck waiting at the construction site. Because if you look at that map that I sent you back when that was going on, that side street over there, all those houses were brand new. There were no Ring cameras on those homes. They were just built. So somebody could have drove right in through the street before their main street to enter their neighborhood. That new street. You drive up that new street, they're all brand new homes. There are no Ring cameras yet. People are not going to get security cameras unless they move into the homes. All you have to do is drive up. That street takes you straight up to the construction site where the pond is, where, the overflow pond, whatever they call it. And that's all they had to do. Nobody would see. There's no footage over there. Literally, get him to the backyard, to the fence line, hand him off to somebody on the other side of the fence, and boom, he's gone. No cameras, nothing.
What would be your question?
Personally, I wouldn't have a question, because I just feel like any information that they share with us is great. Any information that they want to share with us, that's on them. It's not up to us to ask questions. We're not lawyers. We're not family. As much as we want to be family, yes, we're all 100% behind Sebastian and Seth. We are all here for them, whatever they need. But whatever information that they want to give us, that's like, you know, we need to just be thankful that they're even sharing information with us.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as they can give us information that will help bring Sebastian home, not knowing information that is not going to be helpful. We don't need to know what happened to him as far as living in that home. That's not, you know, okay, so if somebody comes out and says, okay, here's the CPS reports, T-REV, you go ahead and read them. You're going to be absolutely heartbroken reading those, that whatever happened to him in that home happened to him. It is going to break your heart, because me having 5 children of my own, just thinking of somebody harming a child, that would break me more than anything else in this world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I personally, you know, I don't need to know what happened to Sebastian in that home. None of us need to know what happened to him in that home. What matters now is bringing him home. It's not a matter of, you know, us knowing what happened before he went missing, because he's missing now. What happened before, you know, maybe leading up to him being missing, those are things that they could take care of in court, because we all want to see somebody punished for whatever happened to Sebastian.
Yeah.
You know, and at this point, I think it's great that Seth has a lawyer. I've been saying that to myself for so long, because I don't want to say that Sebastian is no longer here with us, but if it comes to light that he is no longer here with us, you know, then they have evidence that they can charge CP and KP with for child negligence. They can, you know, charge them with child abuse with all the documents that they have now. There's just so much information that they can use against them in court. Even without a body, they can be charged with child negligence and child abuse and things like that. I mean, look at the Elijah case. His parents have been in jail. They have no body. They've been in jail.
Elijah View. That's another one that we need to start talking about again. That boy's been missing longer than Sebastian too. And you know,
I mean,
I keep saying that and forgetting.
The only thing the only thing they found of his is a blanket.
That case bothers me too. We need to bring that back.
I mean, they, you know, they're all going to be close to the heart, especially when it comes to children, you know, but it's just, you know, it's great that everybody is so, you know, 100% behind Seth and Sebastian and trying to bring him home. But knowing this information is not, and it's not Seth protecting anybody. It's Seth protecting Sebastian, because, you know, I agree 100% with Tiffany. If Sebastian comes home and he is okay and he is alive, like, do you know how many parents are probably on these YouTubes that, you know, their kids go to school with Sebastian, and then they're going to know all this personal stuff that's happened in that home? Like, that might change their views on whether their children are friends with Sebastian or not. Like, there's just information that does not need to be out to the public. Like, absolutely not shared. You know? But
we'll see what comes out there, Frozen. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
For calling in. Thank you for being a voice for Sebastian. So you have no question. You're just listening.
No, I'm just, you know, hopeful and saying our prayers with you guys all in chat and everybody here on your show, and just hopeful for the best, you know.
Yes,
I don't have any questions. I truly believe that everybody is doing their job behind the scenes. You know, what they don't share information with you because they're trying to build a case. So all the evidence that they have, you know, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, they should take KP and put her in a room by herself. They have done that. I could bet my life on it that they have put her in a room by herself. They have given, if she did take that lie detector test, which they did say, I think Nick Barris did say that they both did, and they both passed a lie detector test. When you are taking a lie detector test, you're not in there sharing a room with your spouse. Lie detector tests are done alone by yourself in a room with, nobody else but you and the examiner. There's nobody else in the room with you. So, do I think that they went ahead and did interrogation with KP? Yes. Do I think they did it with Seth? Yes. And they don't do it like as a family group meeting.
Mhm.
Everybody is separated.
Absolutely.
So
I do it.
I definitely think that they've all been investigated. They've all been put in a room. They've all been asked questions.
Right.
I just truly believe that, there's information that was left out. I kept going back to all their earlier interviews, and the thud that Katie kept saying she heard, that continuously like reran in my mind over and over again. And I think the thud word was just used as a protection method for herself, maybe down the road, allegedly. I think that she had thought, okay, well, if she uses that thud word, if Sebastian was found later on down the road and he does have any type of injuries, she has protected herself and she can say, oh, well, that must have been what that thud was that I heard. He must have fell and hit his head, or he must have fell in whatever, whatever she wanted to cover herself up with for that thud word. I definitely do not think he walked out of that house. He did not. I don't think that if he went out of that house, I don't think he went out the front door. And I don't think that he was brought out of the house by himself. I think the back door was used.
Yeah.
Whatever happened. And obviously all the doors were locked. So somebody could come back in the house and locked all the doors. Like, we don't have to take her and CP's comments saying, oh, well, the front door had to have been used because that's the only way he could get in and out of. No, there's multiple doors in that house and he can go out any door and somebody can just lock the door behind him once he's to where he's supposed to go. Like, none of it is making sense to me. It's just not making sense. Even the video that has been circulating, there was a few people in chat that were like, oh, Frozen, you should take a look at this video and, put it up in your software and look at it. Do I think that video is depicting what these channels are wanting it to depict? No, I don't think it's what they are saying it is. Do I think there's 3 people fighting in a garage? Absolutely not. I pulled it up in my software. It definitely does not look like that. The other thing, I'm not going to say anything further on the video. I'm just going to say I did look at it very closely. And number one, if you're that far away from a small Ring camera or whatever surveillance, when you're that far away and you zoom in that close on something, the pixels in a video form are going to move. So it's not like a still image. When you take a picture and the pixels are all, disturbed, you're just going to see a very darker area of shading and contrast. When you're in a video and you zoom in that close on a certain area that is that far away, because it's in video and everything's motion and moving, what's going to happen is those pixels are going to clump together and they're going to start moving inch by inch by inch, and it's going to look like a bunch of little things moving. Okay. The second thing is the third person to the all the way left that people are saying, oh, that must be a female because I see a ponytail, I see a bun. If you watch, if that was a real person, okay, that real person is not going to stand exactly still in that same position for that entire time if there was some kind of commotion going on in somebody's garage. That third person that supposedly has a ponytail or a bun, it doesn't move. It doesn't move. There is so much distorting in that video that even if that was a real any type of struggle going on, it's not what they are depicting. If you show somebody a picture that's in black and white and you tell them, oh, look at the shadows, you'll be able to see the dog. Yeah. You're going to see what that person is telling you to because your eyes are adjusting to what that person is saying.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? No. So I don't think that video is anything. I think that people are just kind of trying to pull in as much information that they can to just, I don't know what, but
I mean, because that's all that's really out there, really, you know.
Right, but that's all that's left. First, it was, you know, the North Carolina sighting.
Yeah.
You know, then now it's the video because there's nothing else left to take apart. But secondly, you guys have to go back to the previous interviews. Katie said she always parked her car in the garage. Okay, if her car was in the garage, then how would you be able to see video footage of people having a struggle in an open garage like that with lighting behind them with a vehicle in the garage? You wouldn't be able to see anything. They would be behind the car. The car would be blocking any type of struggle that is going on. And on top of it, the van was parked in front of the garage. So you wouldn't even be able to see inside the garage because the van was parked on the outside of the garage. And then her car is inside of the garage. So I just figured I'd go over it. I've been trying to get through for a few nights now, so
I'm glad you got through, Frozen. Thank you for again calling up, being a voice here for Sebastian. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Lock them doors. Stay vigilant. Shout out to her. I appreciate Frozen calling in. She said a lot of great things, honestly. I see you in chat. Patina Williams, that was a false dog handler. Oh my God, we're still on the dog handler. I thought we put that to rest. I really did. I thought we put that to rest. 724, you're in the door. How you doing tonight?
T-REV, look, I had to call. Hearing her talk, listen, that wasn't a random caller. That is his new PI. That is somebody on the case. She didn't fool nobody. The person that just called in, I guarantee you, she's part of the case somehow. Second off, how would she? Wait, what?
I said, damn, you solved the case. No, I'm just playing.
No, but you know what? She brought me up in the conversation is why I made sure I called in. She said I wasn't emotionally involved, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Oh, then we're
what would the benefit?
Oh, this is your rebuttal. I get it.
This is my rebuttal because she called in and she mentioned me, and I'm calling in as a rebuttal.
She said in the chat.
She is involved in this case.
In the chat, I'm not on the case.
No, I was the caller. I was the first caller.
No,
and I was very upset.
No, I know you were. I know who you were. I know that you called in earlier.
Okay.
She responded back to what you just said in chat. She said, I'm not on the case.
So she can say she's not on the case. I don't believe her. For one, she was discussing too many important factors to support Seth, not to be his PI. So she can say whatever. She don't believe me. I don't believe her. That's where it is. But I want to say, she said, where do these DCS reports come into factor? Okay, they don't mean nothing to the case. Yes, they do. You know all the people that's standing behind the Proudfoot? Maybe if they heard the truth of what was going on in that house with them DCS of what Sebastian said, maybe they wouldn't be Proudfoot supporters. Maybe they would switch sides and let us know what Chris has probably made a lot of comments to a lot of people because he can't shut his mouth. Well, how many people supporting him have heard him make comments and overlooked it because they believed him? Maybe if they know he's guilty, they'll come out and say, listen, he did say this and it sounded kind of shady. Like, listen, like that's real shit. And then on top of that, if you was Katie Proudfoot, forget Chris. Okay, if people wanted to go on your property and search, as a mother, would you want everybody to search and find him? You would have nothing to hide. You would say, listen, I might not be there, but look, feel free to go there. Like, please find my son. Okay, them stopping searches, that right there is guilt. On top of that, wait. All these women that call in, I heard some callers after me making some comments. You should start asking every caller, are you a parent? Because that makes a big difference. No, I'm serious. Like, you might not do that, T-REV, But that makes a big difference in this case. Because if you ain't a parent, you can't speak nothing. Because if you ain't a parent, you don't got that fire in you. Listen, I got that fire because I got 5 kids. And yes, I'm not going to get emotional. I built up my, look, that PI, that fake PI, whoever just called and pretended to be just a caller, she ain't just a caller.
Damn.
But she struck a nerve in me. And you know what? Any mom knows you ain't going to go to sleep at night not knowing if your kid's eating, going to sleep like in the house, in the cold. Are they cold? Do they need covered up? Do they... Listen, as a mom, my daughter's 20.
That sounds like
I'll
Seth,
still go
up
cover
for
her up
days.
when she's asleep.
Sounds like Seth, up for days.
Like, listen, like, and when there's a thud upstairs, yeah, I go check it out. Because I want to, look, is there something going on I didn't know about? Like, there ain't not. My kids get mad at me because that I'm too overprotective of them. But as teenagers in this world, you've got to be looking out for them because they don't realize the dangers that us adults realize the dangers out for them.
Yeah.
And listen, that woman to go on here and disclaim everything I said as your caller, T-REV,
yeah,
that right there, she's trying to discount everything I said. But listen, you really need to start asking, are you a parent? When people call, because that makes a big difference on their opinion. I don't care what anybody says. If anybody believes me, because listen, I speak the truth. I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to make people listen. And she really disrespected me in her phone call, and I didn't appreciate that.
I got you. Okay.
Like,
I got you.
Would any parent who had a missing child say that nobody could go on their property? First off, would any parent move from their property? I'm not even going to say the F word. But F no, I wouldn't. Look, I would be right there.
So
I would be everywhere.
What's your final message for everybody as I'm moving on to the next caller?
My final message for everybody: quit listening. Like, feel in your heart. Like, if you're a parent, you know in your heart what you would do. If you're not a parent, really, you got to really strive deep down because you don't really know. People like really change once they become parents, and you don't really know. But my question is Seth, if you get him on a show, like, does he want the true feeling of the public, or does he want to go by people who's supporting him? We might not be, you know what I mean? Like, Bing bang. It's not all about Team Seth and what they want. It's about the Team Sebastian and what they want.
Absolutely.
So, Seth, you need to. The questions I had tonight, really.
Yeah.
I know Seth's in your
chat.
chat.
For you, so I have it, and I will ask it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
But you know what? No, real quick.
Stay vigilant. I do appreciate you. 219-885-9693. 330, you're on the show. Talk to me. 330, are you there?
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight?
Hey, this is Mary. I was just thinking, Katie, it all starts back with Katie, everyone says.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it also starts back with the family, like Chris' father. It's been said that he don't see no wrong in Chris, his stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was literally a man on there the other day that was speaking of when he worked with them for years, and they literally, call Sebastian and talk down, saying that his son just wants rid of him, and he said he had to, call back into this talk show host and, talk to her about some other stuff that he didn't want to put on the air. But also, the mother does real estate. She ought to know a lot of places doing real estate that are secluded or, knows about properties that other people don't know about, stuff like that. And Katie only had so many people she could run to if something happened in that house. And that's his mother or the father. Think about it. Seth was at work and Chris is at work. She might have talked to him for 3 hours, but where's she going to get this help if something did happen inside that house? You know, to get him transported out of there. And she's going to be the only one that could transport him out of there because no one was seen coming or going except her. And then the mother was saw by that store.
Which one?
I don't know the name of that store that they talking about. That they also know the Proudfoots and the Bauer socks and all that by the school. Supposedly there's a something behind there. I don't know if it's woods, a pond, what it is. But one, she was seen there. Two, Katie was out at the same time for only 10, 15 minutes. And then they turn around and leave right after that. Now he either went with them or got put somewhere. I don't want to believe that he got put somewhere. I really, really, really don't. I'm hoping that little sun shines out somewhere, out there. But that's just something that I've been thinking about because when they went after the other woman, the fourth wife,
right?
They followed people.
When they went after the fourth woman, they what?
They followed, they followed her. They threatened her. He literally threw that child in her arms when they lost the case. You know what I'm saying? And all the family was there to gang up on her. So they definitely stick together. And this man was talking about how awful his stepfather is.
You must be talking about, are you talking about Nina?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. I was like, hold up, I know exactly who she's talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's
well,
the Nina interview.
Sometimes I forget names. I'm bad
I got
with
you.
names.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to get some clarity on who you were talking about because I was lost for a second.
Right, but if you think about it, they done the same stuff to her,
right?
With following them, threatening them, and I'm sure law enforcement knows all about this, all about it. There's, I don't know if it would help if they protested in front of that police station.
Yes, ma'am.
And got cameras out there, news people out there, and tried to get it out there farther. But something's got to be done to shake the system up to get someone to do something.
I got you.
And it's either, you know what I'm saying? It's either going to be making them outside awareness on the treatment of Nina, and like I said, Katie was there by herself, and if Chris was in Memphis or Mississippi, wherever at the camper, who else is there to help her there?
Yeah.
Her imaginary boyfriend.
Yeah, imaginary boyfriend.
Yeah. But I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know what's behind that by the school and where she was seen at that store. But that'd be a question that I'd ask him if that was checked.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to debunk everything else, that's the only thing I could think of, is because she had no one else there. Because she don't deal with her family. We all know why, but she don't deal with her family.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris could literally shit on his stepfather's shoes, and he'd say, "Don't worry, son, I'll go buy another pair."
You said he could shit on the shoes?
Yeah.
Damn. I appreciate you, Tracy. That's a fact too. I love that comment. Yeah, that's wild. Shit on his shoes.
Yeah, I'm Mary.
Mary.
I'm the other Mary.
Other Mary.
I'm
Look,
not as sweet.
I appreciate you.
I'm not
Mary.
as sweet as the first Mary.
Yes, you are. You're just, everybody's different. I appreciate you. You're just as sweet as that, Mary. Thank you, Mary, for having the courage to call up, share your voice with us tonight, and give us your thoughts and opinions on this case. Thank you so much for doing that and keeping his name alive. God bless you. Lock your doors.
Thank you.
Stay vigilant, man. Thank you. Let's see. You already know who's coming back around, right? You ready? 2, I'm on with you. Talk to me. 732, I'm on with you. Speak to me.
Hey, T-REV.
How you
This is
doing?
my first time calling in.
Oh, wow.
And
Good to have you.
I've got a theory.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't want to blow this whole thing up, but a theory is a theory, and I believe it needs to be checked into and followed up on.
Let's hear it.
Since the first time, there was a video of Katie and Chris. And Katie seemed to be looking to Chris for the answers. Like she was desperate. It almost looked as though she was begging him for help or answers. My theory is that night they came home from the Texas Roadhouse, and Sebastian was taken out of that house. Now, I don't know if it was Chris's mom, but I believe that he's being moved around. He is safe. And my fear is Chris is holding it over Katie, and that's why she's terrified for her son's safety. And I'm also afraid that Seth is being blackmailed and being told to shut up. And Chris is being so nasty outwardly to Seth because he knows he's got control over Seth because he's holding Sebastian's safety over Seth. And that's why Seth is trying to get them to work together to keep his son safe. Now, if we put together
Yes, ma'am.
the fact that nobody really knows if it came home from Texas Roadhouse, and there was I don't know if anybody else caught it, but one of the beginning interviews that they had, Katie was sitting there and she was turning to Chris for the answers. And I understand as a distraught mother, you would. However, when she turned around and she said, we went the day before Sebastian was reported missing, she said to Chris, we went to pick up, and she stressed, our niece. Almost as though she was asking Chris for confirmation that it was our niece. Why would she do that?
I have no idea. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't add up. She's saying our niece as though it's a question that Chris had to answer. And I believe in the beginning, when Katie was going for her first polygraph test, she really did not know where her son was.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because we heard about, you know, Seth and him passing his, but we never heard anything on the other one. We just hear word of mouth. Really?
Yeah.
You know?
And Katie seemed,
imagine what was in those questions.
Katie seemed very confused as to where her son was. And one of the things that just peeked out at me that sounded honest in that was when she said, "Somebody please help. Somebody has my son." And that seemed to be the only honest thing she said. And I have to wonder if
that's true.
She was taken by Chris's family, and perhaps Chris was pissed off because she was cheating on him. So that's her punishment. He took her son, and now it's being held over both Katie and
what's up, son?
Katie and Seth's head. It just really bothers me because I feel like they're both being blackmailed by Chris.
Yeah.
And when she made the comment that they went out for the day and she was like, "Oh, we picked up everybody and we had a great day," and then she sat there and she said, "Yeah, we went to pick up our niece," almost like she was looking at for confirmation that it was our niece.
Yeah, so that's interesting knowing. I remember that was going on, and they kind of, what was it when Seth came out, or when the documents that came out about the essay? Or SO, whatever. When those documents that came out about Sebastian and the whole, do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he was on Court TV, and I believe he went on News Nation, but I could be wrong. Court TV.
Oh, News Nation screwed that whole thing up.
He also came on my channel. There's a few places he went when those documents came out, but I remember asking, and he was like, "Man, they were holding it over." Remember, they were holding something over his head. I forget exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So much on this in this case.
And I believe it's the safety. I believe they do have Sebastian. They are moving him around. And Chris is holding it over both Katie and Seth's head as to whether or not harm will come to Sebastian if they say the wrong thing. It's very concerning. Very concerning. It breaks my heart.
You're right about that. It is very, very concerning.
Yeah. And I just hate to think that the safety of their son is being held over both of their heads. I mean, you do have Katie's vehicle matching Chris's mother's vehicle. We do have lights in that driveway and around that house that night that is yet to be given to Seth. And nobody seems to know how Seth walked out of that house. And I get the impression that either Katie went to send him with Chris's mother, maybe to protect him from both of them, because she didn't want to hand over Sebastian. And now things have gone wrong. And when she was on that interview, it was almost like, I mean, I feel like that interview says a lot, because she kept turning to Chris for answers. Like, is he okay?
Right.
And please let my baby be okay. Like, please let him be okay. It almost seemed as though she was begging Chris.
I got you.
And his whole family has been acting bizarre. And at first, Katie was paranoid and like almost begging Chris to let her know, please let me know where my son is. And then she made the comment, our niece.
Possibility.
And the way she made that comment, our niece. Like, she was trying to make a connection with Chris, a desperate
The thud
connection.
never happened. Yeah, I do see people that have said that for a while too. I see some people in the chat saying the thud never happened.
Yeah. And I wonder if they're moving him from place to place and they're holding it over Katie's head. And Chris is threatening Katie that if she does the wrong thing, then Sebastian could be harmed. And I also wonder if that's what he's holding over Seth.
It could be. It could be. You never know. So before I move on to the next caller, do you think that you definitely think this is foul play in your opinion when you look at this?
I don't want to say foul play in the regards that something horrible could have happened to Sebastian. I believe he could be alive and well. They're just keeping him here, and
moving him around.
Now maybe they don't. Maybe now they don't know how to release him because it's been so long.
And it's big. It blew up so fast overnight. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't expect all of this, and now they don't know how to release him. And they further don't know how to release him without him telling them what happened in that house.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for sharing your opinion and thoughts here with us tonight and being a voice for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. God bless you, man. Lock your doors and stay bit. You said clip it at 4? What do y'all think as listeners, though? Like, what about, because sometimes people are like, no, that person should have stayed on, or no, that's not, no. You know, you have that all the time. It happens a lot. You know, it really does. It's hard to really navigate that time like that. You could clip 4 minutes and somebody will be just getting into it. I'm gonna say, if you know what I'm talking, you know what I mean. 908, Captain Jenks on the line. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, T? How are you?
Man, one day it's gonna be another 908 and it's not gonna be Captain Jenks. And they're gonna be like, who the f are you talking about? That's my wife. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen one day.
I think Chris the boy won there. I think he's got the vapors. Because oh man. I think he needs to invest in a helmet for his Harley. I think he flipped it a couple times. All the stuff he's spewing, you know. But I'll tell you, you know, it's. I went back to one of the interviews. I really don't like to watch the interviews with him, but it's one of the ones where I don't know these other podcasters, but it's one of the ones where Seth came on later on. It was talking.
Who's that?
And then
what show?
Oh God, I don't know the show. I don't know which show it was. It was like maybe a week ago.
Damn, Seth. Maybe Peter Hyatt. Did he not talk?
No. They were on like a panel and being interviewed.
Okay.
And there's one thing I that they said that I picked up on. It was they were talking about some kind of caves, and one of them collapsed. And I didn't know there was caves around there and stuff. 'Cause I don't know Tennessee.
Right.
Never been there.
Yeah.
I might be there in a couple months because now that I called my friend over there, he keeps calling me to come over. But
what, to visit?
Yeah, and then he's looking at some property and stuff over there. It's Pikesville and Cleveland.
I do every time
over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but whatever. I don't want to be stuck in New Jersey forever. That's for sure. But anyway, he talked about some caves over there, and they couldn't. The thermo and something else they were talking about couldn't penetrate them, and one of them was collapsed, I guess, in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then they let it go as but they didn't elaborate on it more, because there's a thing you could run through that even if it's a small opening, you could run a they call it
maybe it was the PI's panel. I think you're talking about the Heather and Chloe Web Sleuths.
Yeah, I don't know who the podcaster is.
Yeah, no, it was Web Sleuths.
Yeah, I don't know who that. All right, so and then there was a bunch of people on panel, and then Seth came in later. He was talking, and then Seth and him kind of got into it a little bit, and then he was talking about these caves, or underground dwellings.
It's a possibility.
And there's a thing, and you could I think either a Lowe's or Home Depot will even rent this to you. Go out like a few hundred feet. It's got a camera on the end. It's called a baroscope.
Mm-hmm.
I had a smaller unit to look inside the frame rails, for inspecting cars and, my business that I have and all that. But you could take pictures and then, have the live feed and all that. But they make one that goes out, it's like it'll go out like 300 feet, 200 feet. And it'll actually, you could actually put a bit on the end. And even if you need to get through a certain area, and all it is maybe 3/4 of an inch.
Right.
A router rooter uses the same things to go through the sewer system, and these small pipes to look for breaks and debris hang-ups, and then they could blow through it, and it documents everything with this it's like almost like a fishbowl kind of camera. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm thinking there's caves and stuff there. You're underground, mm-hmm. You're protected from the weather. Water runs down in there, so you have water. I'm just looking at it. I don't know. I wish someone would elaborate on that more, or maybe Seth can, because there's other things you can do if the thermal and stuff isn't penetrating through that, because it maybe can go down deeper or whatnot. Mm-hmm. You use a baroscope, and you can run that thing. It'll spin. It's like a metal flex thing, and you just feed it out.
Yeah. And
I've actually seen them. I've actually had problems with my business, and it went out into the street, and then they did it, and they were able to take pictures inside. Mm-hmm. So you could look inside there for cavities and stuff, but it's not something you're going to get with a drone. It's not something you're going to get with a helicopter, maybe even with the canines and all that other stuff. So, it's something, but I would like to know how far it is from the house where those caves were.
Yeah.
And what the area was, or, I don't have to tell us the exact area, but I mean, it's something. I would explore that more. Would you? And then the other thing I wanted to ask too is, you heard about I know you heard about the they found the remains in Flowwood over there in Mississippi.
Yeah, I heard something about it.
So it's like 177 miles from where they're at the Yogi Berra camp.
Yeah, I heard. We heard about it for sure. Of course. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate you. Maddie said 15-year-old with strong strong hormones. What is this word? Here hormones, you mean? Maybe walked out barefoot and couldn't be tracked by dogs. Let's be real. He was carried out. I don't know. He's not shown anywhere on any cameras. He's not shown on no cameras anywhere besides what law enforcement claims was the end of that damn driveway. And that's what I'll talk about forever is the driveway. Get me off of that.
Did they say anything if he had socks on?
Mm-hmm. They didn't say whether he had socks on or not.
Because that's, I go back because I'm looking at this Flowwood thing, because even though it's most likely it's maybe not him or whatever, the one thing they did mention is they found the sock. So, when they got some of the remains out of it, they found the sock, with it remains. and they didn't know if it was a male or female or anything like that. And I'm still waiting to see what that, because that's another loss of life, and that's a remote place where it's owned by the city, and you're not allowed to go in there. It's even fenced off, but the teenagers snuck in there and they go fishing, or they drink beers or whatever behind there. But yeah, but that I would ask about the caves and stuff. Another option to look at and stuff. So I know the boy wonder's not going to go out there and look, but maybe you could ask Seth.
And the thing, yeah. What question? And I'm glad you're saying ask Seth, right? But here's a question for Seth and Tony from you, Chris. What is that question?
That's my question. If you didn't have the resources to search more into those caves, or is it just not feasible at all, or how close are they to the home?
So do you have resources to search the cave?
Yeah. Do you need resources? I mean, I could actually do that myself. I could actually, if they rent the, thing, I'd go to Home Depot or Lowe's if they rent one, and I could start feeding that through with a bid on it, and then start taking pictures in the cavities, underground.
I got you.
It's not a big deal. You just got to get the feel for it, put some welding gloves on, and you can feel through, and do it, Like I said, I did it in cars, and then I watched the guy do it through, old pipes back from like the 1800s that run out into the street that were broken.
Yes, sir.
And he was showing me the pictures, and the car was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," So that's all. And the other thing too is that I don't know if anyone even walked the sewer system over there, because if you remember in the beginning, you see the volunteers, they're walking like around the corner in that neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
You see the grate right there for the sewer drain.
I know I think you're talking about this footage, maybe.
You can see everyone's got the backpacks on.
Yeah, I have it on right here. This is the footage of the search right here on the. It's like an 18-second clip right on the. Right, if you look on the channel right now, you'll see it.
I'll have to go back on and see it.
Oh, you'll see it when you get off. It's there.
But you know what I mean. You could jump down in there, and then they got the utility people from the county and town could do that. So I don't know. There's no footage. You're not giving out any footage and anything. There's cameras everywhere. So I mean, that's what I thought. Where do you go? But yeah, that's my only question.
Yeah, I got you. I wrote it down.
Oh,
I wrote it down, brother, and I will ask him for you. I got you. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for always calling in, being a voice. Captain Jenks. I hope you have a good night, brother.
All right.
You too, man. Hold up. All right, I was looking at something and it disappeared on me. Literally, I hate when that happens. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this is part of the search right here. I remember when they walked by here. This was like a month and a half, I believe. 217 Sent from Heaven. How you doing tonight? 217, can you hear me?
Yeah.
217 Sent from Heaven. How you doing tonight?
Hey, good. I can't believe I made it through.
You made it through.
Oh my God.
You're in there like swimwear. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm from Illinois.
Blessed to have you.
Thank you. I can't even deal with this case anymore.
Oh wow.
I think he is either under cement or he's in Alaska. And I do not. I'm not a mean, crazy, violent person, but I don't know how Seth hasn't whipped Chris's ass by now and drug Katie out of that camper. And I don't know why hasn't the law enforcement brought anybody in for interrogation?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know if they've all fully been interrogated. I don't know the full answers around that. I know that they've been talked to, but about interrogation, I have no idea.
You know what I mean? I mean, we can talk over a kitchen table all day long, but that's not interrogation.
Yeah, I get you for sure. Yeah, interrogation is definitely coming using different tactics too, probably.
Well, and getting one away from the other, so we can't wink.
But you know what though? You need that. Sometimes you may need that piece of the puzzle to be able to do the type of interrogation that you want to do. So if you don't have leverage or nothing to work with, also as a detective, that can make things a little challenging. I could only assume. But just thinking from, watching all these shows that I've invested so much time into, when I, just sitting back and learning how these investigations go down, and, how they find them, which See No Evil plays a big part in that. The first 48 kind of shows you tactics from investigations and detectives. They have to have that one piece of the puzzle or some piece of the puzzle that they can hold leverage on them to get them in that interrogation room and really crack them, allegedly.
Yeah, well, we're 70 some days in.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I mean, we've already seen that piece of a puzzle. And, for a mom, and what one caller just said about maybe Chris is holding it against him.
Mm-hmm.
If that was the case, military Katie would have whooped Chris's butt, got out of that trailer.
Military Katie.
Yeah. I mean, come on. What has she got? Military and some karate something going on, taekwondo something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Ain't no man gonna hold me back from finding my kid. So, I mean, yes, I'm all foul play. I'm all foul play because I'm a true crime junkie, and this is insane.
It's just where's that piece to show us foul play? And we need, that's where I'm at with it. I think something happened to him, right? I do think something happened to him, because obviously no kid is just gonna vanish in thin air and not be seen for 78 days. So I do think something malicious happened to him, but where's that evidence?
I don't. The evidence to me, the little proof is in the pudding. Is the mother? Oh, he just is not in his room. Let me call the stepdad, who's 3 hours away, who's going to save the damn day.
Right.
And then I'm not. Sorry, I'm cursing.
You're okay.
And then I'm not. I'm just going to go disappear into a play with Yogi Bear.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Not a mom. I don't care if you're the heartlessest mom there ever is on the planet. You're going to go looking for your kid. I don't care if you whooped his butt, none of that. You're going to go look for your kid. You're going to be pleading on the news. Where's my kid? Where's my kid? Where's my kid?
Yeah,
yes, we all think she knows.
That's a great point. Roxanne said foul play. No footage of him anywhere. That's foul play.
That's foul play.
Couldn't agree with you more. Actually, I couldn't agree with you more, Roxanne. Where no footage of him anywhere. That's the problem. So where was he brought in? Where's the evidence of the foul play? I get that part on what you're saying, but can they just walk in and throw it all on the table for that? I mean, I guess they could, to sacrifice anything to try to find out anything. Is you could take
and
and again, when they say we want a lawyer, all that communication that they have with them is now tainted. But is it worth it? Yeah, I think for Sebastian, it would be worth it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. And you know who they need? They need JD Grudd.
I think he's worth it. Yes, for sure. 100%. Do it. Fuck it. Why not? There's no footage of him anywhere. I agree. There's nothing of this boy nowhere whatsoever. We had to go off of this damn picture we looked at for about a week, actually a little bit longer than a week. The picture of him in North Carolina, which wasn't him, that looked just like him, the doppelganger. So you had that the whole week, and then boom, gone. When you look back at everything, either the sightings that I've seen they don't look anything like him whatsoever. It's a younger person, but
right. So everybody's like, "Oh, look, North Carolina, go there, go look."
Nothing.
Oh, that was fake. That's not even him.
Crazy shit, isn't it? I mean, it's
just and to be LE. I mean, somebody's got to be like, and I know there's some family involved there at LE somewhere, but there's got to be the guy who's got some good morals. It's like, hey, hey Joe, we got to bring them in.
Yeah, evidence of him.
We can't let this go no longer. We gotta bring those guys in.
That'll make me change my mind like crazy on here with this case. I'm like, where's the evidence though? That's all. That's what I'm saying. They would have to have something to be able to hold on them. I swear, you would have to have something, because they can't just. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, could you just make shit up?
Well, they do make shit up.
They do.
I mean,
when they have stuff, though, I feel like that's when they have something to make something up for. They can. I feel like they do it there. But if they don't have shit, they can't say, "Hey, this is your vehicle right here. You weren't there." You know, something like that. If you got that, then you have that leverage. When you have absolutely nothing, I mean, you're just throwing the dice.
You know, they could bring Katie in and point that little flashlight in her eyes and say, "Where were you last night at 10 o'clock when you hung up that phone, supposedly?" Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, bring her in. Bring her in. Let's chit-chat with her. Where were you when you drove around looking for him and nobody's seen nothing on camera? Where did your car go? And that's something else, too, those cameras. Like, seriously, come on, somebody's got some footage somewhere. There's a footage at a stoplight. There's a footage of the Proudfoot parents.
Mm. Crazy.
And that little map the Proudfoot dad put on.
Yeah.
You know, I think, because didn't they say that he had a friend's private jet take him? That way, Sebastian wouldn't need any kind of identification on a plane if it was a friend's jet.
Yeah, I have no idea. When it comes to that. And I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in and being voice. Is there any question that you would have for Seth and Tony when they come on?
No.
You have no question? Okay. I got you. I just wanted to ask.
I mean, I have 100 questions, but
I wanted to write one down for you. I'm trying to write one down for almost everybody that, you know, has a good question.
I'll think of one and then speed dial you back.
That's fine, or email too.
Okay, that works. Have a good one. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
My doors are locked. My alarms are on. My cameras are running.
Keep them running. God bless you. Thank you so much for calling in from Illinois. I appreciate you for being a voice for Sebastian, and it really does help keep him alive. I have no idea why these people are out here hating on the people who are actually wanting to help find this boy. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. Yes. It doesn't make sense. People want to bitch and complain about the people that are trying to reach out and help them. It's absolutely insane. God bless you, ma'am. Again, lock them doors. I know you said they were, but again, you might want to double check. God bless.
Oh, I don't have to. I might have locked down.
I got you.
Have a good night.
God bless you. Shout out to her. Good phone call. Dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today with heavy hearts and hopeful spirits, marking 78 days since Sebastian, Wayne, Drake, Rogers went missing. Lord, we pray for Sebastian, wherever he may be, that your protective hand be upon him, guiding him safely back to his family who miss him dearly. Lord, fill his loved ones and the search teams with strength and perseverance as they continue their tireless efforts to find him. Lord, we also want to lift up Miss Mary, who is recovering from heart surgery. May your healing touch, mend her heart, and restore her strength and comfort her spirit during this challenging time of recovery. Grant wisdom to the healthcare providers and peace to her family standing by her side. And Lord, I also want to say, can you bless our community, Lord, which has, come together in solidarity to support these causes. Inspire us all to act with kindness, Lord, courage, and resolve as we face the trials before us. Lord, may our actions reflect your love and bring hope to those who are lost and healing to those who are hurting. In the name of thy son, Jesus Christ, amen.
Stop the cap.
Wrong button. He didn't stop the cap over here trying to add some laughter to it. Get out of here, devil. That is my why. No, but seriously though, it's prayers, amen, 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 amen. Stop the cap on myself. That's crazy. I did my 385. You're live. Talk to me.
Hi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, loud and clear. How you doing tonight?
Let me mute my TV. Sorry. Oh man, I have a theory. My name's Pam, and I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yes, ma'am.
And I have a theory that no one's really ever talked about. Katie hadn't seen Chris for a month, so she was alone with Sebastian the whole month of February. And you know, there's a lot of moms out there that do something with their kids that's really, really fun, and then they end up unaliving them. Have you heard of those kind of cases where they do that?
Yeah, I've heard. I'm sorry, I had to let the dog in the door. He was named scratching the door. Can you repeat that last part for me?
Yeah, like there's moms that take their kids and do really fun stuff with them and then end up unaliving them. And my theory is that Chris told her that he wasn't coming back home. She had to choose between him and Sebastian. So that day she took him out, did all that fun stuff, and then that night something happened. And I think, I mean, don't the doorbell ring cameras show cars coming in and out of the driveways and down the street and stuff? I think that she took him out to the garage.
They would, right? You would think it should show vehicles, any movement that it picks up. I mean, mine alone will start alerting me immediately as soon as, you know, there's some movement or motion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even if it's the wind, I've had to like fix it because of the wind. Crazy.
Yeah, did they even check those to see if cars are coming in and out and stuff? Also, I think the 3 hours that they were talking on the phone, that he was on his way home, and they were just keeping the phone, talking on the phone until he got there. And then once he got there, they decided what to do. I think they took him out to the garage, and I think maybe they got him in a storage unit somewhere. Are there storage units around there? You know, maybe they put him in there. I don't know.
Storage unit.
They haven't found him anywhere else.
Interesting. Storage unit. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have, you know, wrapped him up good and put him inside a storage unit, and that's why, you know, there's no sign of him. And I can understand why they won't let the dogs go and go to the property, because if he was unalived in the house, they would smell that for sure. But that, I don't think they'd take him to Chris's family, because what would they do with Sebastian? Would they know how to take care of him, you know, with his the problems he had? I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I think they did. I mean, she did something that day because they spent the whole day having fun, going bowling and, you know, Texas Roadhouse and the popcorn and all that. A lot of moms do that. It's called Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. So I was just thinking that because he hadn't been home for a month. And so she'd been alone with Sebastian for the whole month of February. I mean, I don't even think he came home for Valentine's Day, you know, but, and then he told her, he said, you know, it's either me or him, and I'm not coming back until you make your decision, you know? So, and look at her now, she's staying with him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just don't get it. You know, that's just really sad. But, and then the way Chris talks to everybody is just so rude, and I'm sure he talks to her like that. And she just doesn't have anybody else. And she was like, well, if he leaves me, then I'll be alone with Sebastian. What am I going to do, you know? So, I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, in the storage unit, you know, if there's a storage unit close to there where they put him, you know, and then they called the six, oh, he's missing. He walked out of the house. He didn't have his shoes on. And they probably just wrapped him all up and put him like in a storage unit because they haven't found him in the water. They haven't found him in the landfill. I mean, they just haven't found him. And I really don't think he's alive. And I'm really sorry and sad about that because, you know, she picked a man over her own kid. And, you know, a lot of women do that. You know, I never would do that. I had a guy like that was really mean to my.
Welcome. That's what my mom did. Right? You know, she did that all the time. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, and then the fact that she had aborted a baby with
and that happens a lot. You know, that's actually one of the most biggest problems in America.
Yeah.
And you have the same thing on each side. You know what I mean? There's problems everywhere in every dynamic. It's crazy as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's really sad because there's a lot of people out there that can't have kids. You know, they don't want.
You know what? That's funny you just said that. That's funny you just said that because I had a friend that couldn't have kids and that made her so upset. Crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed.
I was adopted.
Whatsoever.
Then there's there's so many kids out there that could be adopted to families who can't have babies.
That's true.
And if that's what they did, I mean, they're going to pay for it here on Earth, and when they leave the Earth, they're going to pay for it. And picking a man over a kid, especially an abusive man who talks to women like that. I mean, he always talks to these women instead of a man. You know, I don't think he's ever been interviewed by a man where he talks like he couldn't be rude to a man. He has to be rude to the women. You know, God. But that's just my thoughts. I mean, I really think that she might have done all that fun stuff that day, thinking, okay, I'm gonna do something with him tonight, get rid of him. And then that 3-hour call, it takes him 3 hours to get home, back and forth. They probably were talking the whole time he was on his way home. They're figuring out what to do. He was something happened to him already. I don't know if he, overdosed him on drugs or hit him too hard, or I don't know. It's just he was 15. He wasn't that small a kid, So I just feel so sorry, and I just wanted to say that maybe he's in a storage unit. I don't think they've looked in storage units. I don't know, but maybe they should take some dogs. I don't know if they'd have the smell still in a storage unit. The storage units are pretty. He could put a refrigerator in there or a freezer, and he'll put him in there or something, because they just can't find him. I mean, what the heck? But anyway, the question for Seth and the other guy is Seth was supposed to be getting him for the summer or for full custody. Why in the heck would they do something to Sebastian when he was going to go be with Seth? That just doesn't make any sense unless they didn't want to pay child support. But Chris makes a lot of money.
What's your question directly on that?
Why doesn't Seth talk to Katie personally?
Okay.
Just talk to her.
I think okay. Why doesn't?
Why won't he talk to her and say, listen, this was our kid. What happened? I mean, he could have just I don't know. If he was a regular kid and 15 years old, I used to run away when I was 15. I'd leave in the middle of the night. When I was kind of bad when I was a teenager, but so, why doesn't he just have a conversation with Katie without Chris being around or anybody? I mean, it's their baby. They had the baby together. They I don't know if she loved the baby. I know Seth loves the baby. I mean, that's their baby. And, maybe the way she was raised where she didn't get too much love, she doesn't know how to love a kid because she wasn't loved like she should have been loved, by her parents or whatever. And so she just wants to be with a man and not have any responsibilities, of that. And another thing is when they're in that motorhome and she's all scared to be back at her house, well, he goes to work and she's there alone in the motorhome, and
Somebody said the rapture is near. I say, yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, Jesus is coming back soon, and all this, the enemy's he's trying to get as much as he can done before the rapture does come.
Yeah.
Trying to get, and especially with the children, especially with the children, he's trying to do everything he can to get as many souls as he can right now, Like, look at Lori Daybell. Like, I just saw that on the screen, Lori Daybell. How could she let, and then another thing I would ask about the Caleb Harris case. What happened to him? I mean, he's a grown-up
Yeah, he
college
went missing
student.
barefooted too. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, all of these
Yeah.
cases are coming up with people missing or going missing barefooted or shoes coming off. It's I don't know. It's insane. It's insane.
Well, that's another thing. Like people, like people who get abducted by UFOs. I know it's crazy, but UFOs, those people when they're found,
I've
they
heard
don't
some
have their
stories.
shoes
Like
on.
I actually seen a. You know, it's funny you talk about being abducted by a UFO. Now I seen this story. I'm trying to remember what show it was because it's so long. Maybe 10 years ago. But when I seen it, I think it was on. Was it True TV? But he was telling the story anyways of like what happened. He was out at this place and he disappeared and his friends couldn't find him. But he said like he told the experience about him being taken into a UFO, which was absolutely crazy. Just hearing.
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
And they're always
crazy shit. Maybe you've seen it before. Maybe somebody in here has seen it. I
Yeah.
know it's out there. I know I've watched it and I was like totally intrigued with the guy's story.
Well, if you ever watch that show Missing 411 with David Paulides, the people go missing in the mountains before us and downtown, uptown, wherever, and like they get taken when they're found again, they don't have their shoes on. You know, it's weird. Like they take their shoes off. So I don't know. It's crazy, but I hope you know, maybe they'll look into this because I think he was coming home when they were talking for that 3 hours. I think something happened and he was on his way home. That's why she said, we were talking for 3 hours, you know. I mean, who talks on the phone to their spouse for 3 hours? You know, is that normal? Was that normal for them? Or, you know, and she took him out and did all that fun stuff that day. And, you know, that sounds like a good mom to me, you know, taking your kid out, doing all that fun stuff.
Right.
Then later on he's missing, you know, why would he be unhappy and run away or leave if he had such a fun day, you know?
True. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, did he even get home at this point? When we talked about this brain cam, right? It's like, did they see him at all in there? Or is that, you know,
right.
I'm stuck at that because did he even make it home that night? Because that makes a whole different time, cameras, but they've already went back and revisited that. So that should show you that in this investigation, police went back and probably pulled cameras from every camera that would follow their last movement. That is what smart investigators do. They will go to every location that has a camera, track their route home, etc.
Right.
I mean, that's just common investigative shit that I've just learned watching through the years. But in general, that's what they would do. They would follow that direction. They got a video there at Texas Roadhouse. I guarantee you they probably tried to track down which direction she went in.
And I wish they could show us that video so we could see how he walks and kind of acts, you know, live, moving around and stuff. And you're right. Like every time I go to the store, I look for Sebastian. I look for a kid that looks like Sebastian. I'm like, I'm going to look for Sebastian. I'm going to see if anybody in here. And I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, so I don't even know if he'd be over here in Utah, you know, but
yeah,
I don't know. And that kid in North Carolina, man, he looked just like him.
He looked
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow. And, you know, I guess everybody has a doppelganger. I don't know. It's crazy, though.
They look just like. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in the interesting conversation.
Oh, you're welcome, hon.
Being a voice for
Thank you.
also.
And you're welcome. God bless you and all the T-REV gang members. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Anytime.
I love you.
We love you back. God bless you. Lock them doors. All right, I'm thinking about going over to the second here in a second. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys. I wasn't even going to come on tonight. I do appreciate you all. Email me your questions, etc. For what like I said, email your questions if you have them. Line them up. I'm preparing them for you guys. I want your questions. So again, if you have any questions, I will put it on the community post. I appreciate everybody who came by here tonight. Again, I wasn't even going to go live tonight. I wasn't. I was just chilling because I got to go. Right. I got stuff I'm doing. But at the same time, this case, I mean, it consumes me. It really does. And I'm about to go over to the second channel, too, and hang out for a little bit. Today's been a long day. Today has definitely been a long day. So with you guys, I appreciate every single one of you hit the like button, keep sharing this story, keep making Sebastian front and center. Every post you share, every live you watch, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share. Who cares? Keep on going. Here we go. Now you know how we close it. Hold up. I got to bring this up because Frozen Moments, this was beautiful. Hold up 1 second. Let me grab it for you. This was nice. I liked it a lot, actually. I like it a lot. Let me pull it up here for you. Here it is. This was fire. This was so fire. He said, I personally think that Katie over-medicated Sebastian. Sadly, we now have to recover him. It's about where he's at, right? I like that. That's dope. That is really nice. That's actually really nice. Frozen Moments made this. Oh, let's take that. That is really nice. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to make this. This is absolutely awesome. Wow. Thank you so much. Isn't it sweet? Isn't that nice? That was a good job. Thank you. We appreciate you. She got the names written on the back. That is dope. Feel this pain. Thank you. Say a prayer for me. Voice for the voiceless. Dear Jesus, only time will tell. Dear Mama. Love the way that you broke that down on there too. Hold on, let's get into it. If anybody does want to join us at the second channel, mods will drop that for you. If you don't like that, I get it. Love you all.
So many people, if you hear the pain, you could never hate it. Rise above the silence, amplify the cry. For every tear that falls, where that echo that defies. Look, break the silence loud and clear. Voices rise, the world will hear. We pray together, every single stream, and I won't stop till I'm in your ear. Oh. Voices fade, but I make them heard every single day. I pray for change to the point that I think about cover with web gang as a parade. That's facing echoes, silent screams. We light the way with hope's high beams. Guiding the lost back from the extremes. Voices rise, tearing at the seams. United in the fight, no one's left behind. Let me give you some advice. Be a voice for yourself, don't ever give up. You can always make a change, it ain't late to make it right. Step up, stand tall, together we ignite. Break the chains of silence, shining ever bright. I'm an angel with my wings, focus on this fight. That's why I speak loud with this chest on my mic. Tired of the feeling, it's like all the villains said they stay winning. How do we make a difference? They shut down opinions, got a bunch of little minions that will never make decisions on anything they're pitching. But we break the mold, no blind submission. Rise and revolt with clear vision. Voice the truth, our strong mission, we will compose. Let's go. we want is to be with the pieces. You don't wanna make me go off the deep end, cause these kids become a lost voice and never found again. So we keep them alive and strive for the answers that nobody could ever get. Echo the voices in silence, make sure the world won't forget. Throwing it all away, it's something that we never did. You don't really have to agree, I don't care what your opinion is. I'm here to speak the truth and shine a light where the darkness lives. Stand up for the silent, get back more than what the world gives. If people don't speak, man, that's how the fucking world ends. Stand together, stand tall, let's make a change. Stand and pray, if we don't come together, it will stay. Every day of the week, open them lines and take them calls and let them voices speak. I like to speak up for myself all over these beats and wear my heart on my sleeve and let it beat to the beat, boy. And I won't stop being myself, cause a hater can't stand the fact that I'm willing to help. The part of the problem, just place them on the shelf. When they finally see the light, then they'll join us by themselves. It's like we're living in the jungle. A lot of people don't care, you can see it, they ain't humble. Asking for money, half of them bummy, and don't care about the cases. Why you acting all funny?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hold up one second. We got to dive into Time Will Tell. Dedicated to Seth.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Every day I wake up, I'm here to make a change. Only time will tell, I hope it takes the pain away. I see these families going through it every single day. Another person dead, an article up on a page. But I hold on to hope like a candle in the rain. Got it by the light, trying to break through these heavy chains. In the heart of the night, I'm searching for the flame. Speaking for the silent, in your honor, I'ma pave the lane. In the silent battles, I become the roaring train. Carrying the hopes on this long and when it's a rain. Through the valleys of silence, the dreams I entertain. In the quiet whispers, my purpose remains the same. Let's go.
Sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell.
Look.
Only time will tell.
We're really feeling like we're living in hell. Just turn on YouTube and start searching and you'll see it yourself. But together we light up the dark, standing strong, playing our part. Heart to heart, we heal, we mend. And this battle will prevail in the end. Voice for the voices we defend. In the silence our words transcend. With every note we send a message, deep truths we blend. And every verse hopes trend from our spirit within. Let's wake up, start the day, I'm back fighting again. Giving a voice to the people who have nothing to give. They come to me, I let them speak and tell it just like it is. I've been sacrificing all my life, I sleep when it is.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Divine spirit of love and light, in this hour of need, guide America right. Shine your grace on every child, every soul. Mend our hearts, make our nation whole.
All the sacrifices and the sleepless nights, will they serve me well? Only time will tell. I just keep on praying that I'll find my way if I go through hell. tell. Only time will tell.
Dear Jesus, show love every day. It's important. I love you all. Love and life.
Yeah. Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they tryna take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not tryna be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
Look. Dear Jesus, I wanted to change. I'm over feeling all of this pain. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain. These haters are looking for something to blame. They always are coming all up on my page, filled with their hatred, they think that I rage when I am really laughing in the face. You either a rep gang or you are a snake. I don't give a shit about none of your drama. My faith is with God as I fix all my problems. You people be running and hugging the fence while I stay focused on myself and I'm evolving. I use my platform every day for love and light to make a better place. Watching these kids lose their lives just makes me turn and say,
Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they tryna take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not tryna be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
look. It's nothing but pain. All of these families are feeling the same. Losing their loved ones to all of this violence. Our government doesn't want to make a change. It feels like a game, this shit ain't the same. All of y'all do is just pick at our brains. Give up a little info, they conceal the rest and expect us to believe what you say. How is change gonna happen? You let these pedophiles run around and trash it. They touch kids but the judge gets an ass kiss. And you expect us to wanna roll with that shit? He touched a kid and gets 2 years maximum, but gets back out on the streets looking for a scheme, sneaking in a family, then killing a team. And now we stand together as human beings. Jesus, I'm asking for help. These bastards should really be burning in hell. At least the rest of the life in the jail. We really don't understand all of the failed. Audrey Cunningham, Quentin Simon, Kylie Rodney to Summer Wells. All my life I've been waiting for purpose, and now I have it. I will prevail.
Dear Jesus, how should I move? I got these demons all on me, they tryna take over again. All of this money, I know it can't pay for this life of sin. All that I ever wanted was to win, but I'm not tryna be gone in the wind. Dear Jesus, I need you to walk for me. I need you to talk for me, cause I don't seem to do it properly. Dear Jesus, yeah, dear Jesus.
Dear Mama, here it is. I'll follow it up. Dear Mama, you already know.
Told me stay out of that drama, and I know you wanna see me living proper. I'm just doing this for you and all my partners. In they pocket watching, they ain't got no honor. They an actor, should've got an Oscar. I know we got some problems to get out of, and I know that we done been through some trauma. So I just write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Had to write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Dear mama, I just want you to have faith, yeah. No, I'm about to go fill up the bank, yeah. Dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, yeah.
Dear mama, you're all that I got. I know life was messed up and went left with my pops. I was out there running the block, drugs in my sock. After I got raped, I blamed you and my pops. I was mad at life, I hated myself. I thought if I could blame y'all, it would fix itself. But I was wrong, and I can admit that there is nothing worse than waking up every day not knowing your worth. Mama, no matter what you did to me, I just wanna say I love you. I'll make you proud with victory. I stand tall every day and look these kids in the face. Growing up like I did, that's why I wanna make a change. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am. So this song is for you, mama. You gotta know that you're special. I miss you so much, if you need me, I'll come to your rescue. Mama, I remember just the other day, you would tuck me in the bed and tell me everything's okay. You would tell me nothing's ever gonna happen, but these people kept coming around. It was like the devil watching us collapsing. I just had to forget it, but just know you're forgiven. We get stuck in the system. Mom, get out that prison, cause you're better than that. I'll carry us on our back and pull us out of that trap. Dear mama, I love you.
I know you told me stay out of that drama, and I know you wanna see me living proper. I'm just doing this for you and all my partners. In they pocket watching, they ain't got no honor. They an actor, should've got an Oscar. I know we got some problems to get out of, and I know that we done been through some trauma. So I just write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Had to write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Dear mama, I just want you to have faith, yeah. No, I'm about to go fill up the bank, yeah. Dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, yeah.
Mama, I know you lived through the trauma, and I ain't trying to bring it up to start no drama. I just want you to know that I'ma glow in your memory, cause you were the best. I have your soul. Don't ever let no man tell you what the to do. Don't ever let no man put his hands all over you. I don't wanna see you getting hurt anymore. You've been to hell and back, mom. It's time to open them doors. It's 2024, I'm here to turn the page. Voice for the voiceless, the year we make a change. Tired of the deaths in our country. People acting funny, switching over money. Materialism, people lack substance. Haters everywhere, the devil's getting comfy. Dear mama, spread your wings, you're free now. I love you, I will always forgive you, no matter the troubles.
Dear mama, I know you told me stay out of that drama, and I know you wanna see me living proper. I'm just doing this for you and all my partners. In they pocket watching, they ain't got no honor. They an actor, should've got an Oscar. I know we got some problems to get out of, and I know that we done been through some trauma. So I just write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Had to write this letter to you saying, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama. Dear mama, I just want you to have faith, yeah. No, I'm about to go fill up the bank, yeah. Dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, dear mama, yeah.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
I was always left alone, sitting in my home, going through depression while I'm crafting all these poems. My mom was doing dope, that's all I ever known, but I let that pain go away. I'm here to take the throne. Got Rev gang behind me, I give a voice to the streets. Let the people speak, love and light is what I preach. Got these negative people who try to put stains on my fleece, but I never give up and stay focused on my peace. Reaching to be the better me, to succeed. I cover stories every day that could drop a horse to his knees. I've came to realize we really need change, and if I gotta do it myself, I'll bring a parade.
I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
I'm speaking to the government, we really need some change. I used to be that child that was living through the pain. Got raped by a monster and y'all barely did a thing. I'm speaking out for me and all the others feeling pain. When I speak it's with my chest, this ain't no motherfucking game. I'm sick of y'all giving every one of them a name. I hear stories like mine and it makes me wanna rage. How can we turn the page when y'all haven't done a thing? You give the ass a deal, then they're back on the game. We can't fix these sick pricks, but you free them every day. So I'ma build my platform up, step by step. You can't ignore all the signs, just take a look at the desk.
I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
It's like they don't want to listen to us about what we're going through. They don't want to hear the pain. They don't want to stop these people. They want to keep giving them deals and letting them come back out into society and ruin more lives. And we're getting sick of this shit. We had enough. Man, they're gonna kill more people. I'm speaking for the voiceless. We need better laws and better purpose. I know a lot of families out in these streets, they are really hurting. They don't know where to go, know where to start. A lot of these families get left in the dark. No wins, no leads. They get pushed to the side just like they were from the start. I'm here to make a change. I'm at it every day. I'm far from perfect, but I refuse to stay the same. I'm here to grow with my people and rise above. I put all my faith in God. The change is gonna come.
If I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't trust no one, I don't need your help. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself. So if I'm gonna get it done, I'ma do it myself. I don't really give a fuck if you're with me now. Where were you when I reached out for you? I needed you and you left me by myself.
Say a prayer for me, y'all. Seth said he loves y'all.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I could use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment of your time. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, say a prayer, say a prayer.
God changed my life for the better and now I'm feeling great. These demons always try to come around and take my place. So kneel beside my shadow space and say a prayer for me, cause sometimes I catch myself losing faith. Then I remember what my mission is. I'm here to make a difference. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. All they do is kill little kids. And you expect us to sit back and keep watching and listening? You better change this grim script and resist. We must rise together and not just exist. So lift your voice, break the chains, pray for strength amidst these pains. We must all come together when we pray.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I could use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment of your time. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, say a prayer, say a prayer for me.
As I go through the day, I continue to pray. But every day it's getting worse with these demons we face. Little Elijah view, only age 3. Voice caught in the shadows, far too deep. Whisper the prayers every night before I go to sleep. Dreams of dawn, where fears are gone, and heaven hears the pleas. I wish I could bring every single missing person back. I see these frustrated families and about to crack. In the night's cold grass, we light a match. I'ma keep being that person that always makes a path. The Rev gang's here to stay. I made a way and we will keep being a voice no matter what they say.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause right now it's all I got. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I could use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment of your time. Say a prayer for me, say a prayer, say a prayer, say a prayer for me.
This song right here is special. Rap Game Strong. This is the 8th song so far we made on the album. This is my thank you to all of you.
I count my blessings for the day All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
It wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it came with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love, and I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
No one big of a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will add up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for